We should be streaming now.
Alright. Just one moment to confirm we are live. Alright, so. Hello out there, everyone. Welcome back to this playthrough of Super Robot Wars Z2 Saisei. I'm Ryu, this is Zero, and this here in my lap is Mouse. Say hi to the camera. Good kitty. So, when last we left off, the reign of terror of the Britannian Emperor has been ended. However, in the week since, crazy stuff's gone down in the Federation. Treize and has been released by Prince Schneizel and has taken over the military. And one Zex Milliardo Peacecraft, has taken over as the representative of the Federation, and immediately denounced anyone who would stand against him and said he would crush them.
Milliardo Peacecraft is so young.
Yeah. So, in light of that, we set out to deal with the problems that were encroaching. A group of ex-F.L.E.I.J.A and Federation forces set out to try and deal with the problem of these super united nations by attacking the Chinese Federation. We wound up repelling most of them, but a couple of other problems wound up showing up. Such as, say, Louise Harvey, in a new suit given to her by the A-Laws. Specifically by Ribbons Allmark himself. MVS dual wielding plus 500 attack. What wound up happening with that is, Louise Harvey, her eyes have started going innovator, as she's been slowly poisoned by GN particles, and she's going completely insane. She murdered Nina Trinity, who killed her parents, and was happy about that, but yeah, we weren't able to save her. So that's sad. But we'll try and fix that eventually. And Suzaku has decided to join us as the Knight of Zero. So those are the most important parts. Now to continue on and get to dealing with Milliardo. Oh, Milliardo. Your sister's not happy with you.
Peacecraft, the king of war.
Back to the Sank Kingdom. Oh yes, I forgot that at the very end. The other two most important things, Liard is dead.
Right, yeah.
He has been murdered by King Uther. No, not by...
Right.
Yes. Oskim stealed his power, and King Uther and Salam killed him. And now the Federation and Salam have joined hands. Perfect. Well then, sir. Well then, King Uther. About the peace brokered between the Federation and Insulam. It's about time for us to announce it to our citizens. But that will happen after everything else has been cleaned up. To begin with, I suppose we must begin by quelling the chaos across this world. For that sake, I will be willing to lend you a portion of Insulam's forces. Thank you very much. We thank you very much for your wise decision here. And await the time when we can stride towards peace together. No, I am the one who should be thanking you for accepting the wandering citizens of Insulam. Alright. The fine details of accepting the citizens of Insulam will be left up to my subordinate, Lady Anne. Understood. I still need to finish the final preparations here, so allow me to take my leave. Well then, Your Highness. May we face this new age together. In the name of the Holy King, I swear that I shall cooperate with you to my utmost. So with this, we've been able to avoid an all-out war with Insulam. The problem is how they'll wound up accepting it. After all, with everything that's happened between us so far, it's highly unlikely that the citizens of both worlds will just quietly accept this. Well, there are multiple different methods that we could deal with that. For now, we should just think of it as one of our problems disappearing and a new ally appearing in their place. I suppose so. We should have those Arcsabers participate in the battle against these super united nations as well. It would be most idealistic to whittle down both Zexus's force and theirs at the same time, don't you think? Prince Schneizel? Of course, I understand that leaving everything up to them in order to secure victory will leave problems for us afterwards. But even so, somehow, I can't trust that Uther and Salam. Those eyes are the eyes of one who is headed towards destruction. Yes, just like my younger brother Lelouch. I've heard that Lelouch v. Britannia is going by the name of Zero now. The fact that I wasn't able to separate him from Zexus was my mistake. And thanks to that, this super united nations was created and is fighting the entire world. Do you intend to take responsibility for that? After all, I've already prepared a trump card to deal with them. But I'll start off with a single card for now. It should be the most effective at dealing with Zero. Yeah, he's got quite a plan. Kruger's Bridge. I'm not going to get a name for that. But yeah, there's been a mysterious explosion on the island where all of the Japanese immigrants are. Or near it. And what about the civilians who were there? We're currently investigating the situation there, but it doesn't appear as though there have been any casualties on the island. Or rather, it would seem as though whoever set that explosive deliberately calculated so that it wouldn't damage the island. Are you saying this was a warning? I suppose. In addition, that explosion seems to be from one of those F.L.E.I.J.A bombs. F.L.E.I.J.A? Are those that new weapon thingies that destroyed Tokyo? If someone's using those at this point in time... Zero. We're receiving a transmission directly for you. With this timing, I suppose it is the person who launched that weapon. I'll send it to the main monitor. Do you feel comfortable beneath that false mask of yours, Zero? Yours, Lelouch? Schneizel. Currently all of the F.L.E.I.J.A rounds are in my possession. The Earth Federation... and in Salam, with their powers combined, and these, you have no hope of winning. So what Uther and Salam said to us was true, then? From what I saw after the Battle of Area 11, it's highly likely that the Emperor has perished at your hands. Well then. Well then, does that mean that you intend to make me the new Emperor as the one who offed his predecessor? No, you are completely wrong, Lelouch. She is the one who is fit to be Emperor. Brother, Suzaku, I am your enemy. Nunnally? She was alive? Yes, thanks to Big Brother Schneizel. Thanks to him? Nunnally, do you understand what Schneizel's done? Yes, he wound up using one of the F.L.E.I.J.A bombs as a warning. Why are you going along with this even if you know that? Well then, do you believe that it's more correct to make use of those Gyas? Big Brother and Suzaku, you've been lying to me this whole time. Staying silent about everything that's been going on. But I knew that you were Zero all along, Big Brother. Why? Was it for my sake? If that's so, then I How impudent of you, princess! Always just a single word. Are you trying to rescue us with your grace? Without getting... Or rely on others? Without dirtying your own hands? And relying on others' efforts? You're just trying to get by on old means. But that's... It wasn't for anyone's sake. I've been fighting this world for my own sake alone. If you've joined hands with Schneizel and will stand against us, I shall not hold back. I shall continue until we crush you all. Brother! I am Zero. Not your brother. Well then, Zexus. As you already know, the Earth Federation has joined hands with the Holy Kingdom of Islam. After all, well, your downfall and the Super United Nations' downfall is already a matter of time. Prince Schneizel. Suzaku. Both you and Zero. Seems as if you can't agree to that. If that's the case, then I'll just be sure to show it in a way that you can understand. In 1 week's time, wait for me at Mount Fuji in Area 11. Do you intend for that to be the final battle? In addition, you're having an Area 11. You're going to use Japan for it? We shall meet in 1 week's time at Fuji 0. Of course, I shall bring Nunnally along as well. So we're going to have the final battle at Fuji in 1 week's time? What the hell's with that Schneizel guy? He's just supposed to be a single part of the Federation, right? C2. What? Why didn't you know about what was happening with Nunnally? Even I am not a god. After all, I cannot tell the situation of anyone who I do not have a bond with through Gias. When it comes to what's happened to Princess Nunnally, ask her. Master Lelouch. Sayoko, you were alive as well? Somehow I was able to escape from the F.L.E.I.J.A's explosion, but I was unable to move properly. Allow me to sincerely apologize for not being able to make contact with you before. Well then, Nunnally. The one that got caught up in the F.L.E.I.J.'A's detonation was a fake that Prince Schneizel had in place. And so the real Nunnally escaped with Schneizel on a different route. However, Sayoko. Yeah, very fun thing here. Your direct superior Detard is working under Schneizel now. Why would he? You may think of it that way. I see. Now your direct superior is working under Schneizel, so why are you here? If you were to think of it as one way, I suppose this would seem like a betrayal of him. So you follow a path of loyalty the same as me. Schneizel. So he hid the truth until now? All to make use of her as a final card against me. If that's the case, then I'll just... Is that Tsumio? Is that Tsumio? Even if I can read that... If that's the case, then it was exquisite timing. But this... Get a hold of yourself, Zero. Oh, even so, your battle shouldn't change, should it? Just because Nunnally's alive doesn't mean you can stop moving here. After all, why are you still here with Sexus? Go and cool your head. And we'll go ahead and get a meeting put together here to deal with this battle in a week's time. Understood. Suzaku. Neither he nor I can stop advancing here. If he starts getting second thoughts or acting weak, I'll be there to set him straight. And Sosi too. Counting on you to be his shield. Shield? After all, protecting him's your job, isn't it? What a way of putting things. He's your co-conspirator, isn't he? Co-conspirator, Area 11, Ashford Academy. Looks like the evacuation around Fuji is proceeding pretty quickly. So that's going to be the final battle. So the final battle between the Super United Nations and the Earth Federation is going to be there. Of course, I've heard that the main fighting force of the Super United Nations is the Earth Federation's Zexus Squadron. Zexus, the independent operating squadron of the Earth Federation. Oh yeah, they're those guys who became famous here after that fight against that, Muge Zolbatos guy, right? Well, that's what's publicly known at least. But for the people who've got a little bit more information on their hands, they're quite well known. They've saved this world from trouble in the shadows more times than can be counted. As expected of the President. And you aren't expected to be a reporter just for show, are you? I'm just an apprentice here. But after all, thanks to my job I'm working on here, the world's gotten a little bit wider for me. And those Black Knights are in Zexus as well. Nina, don't look like that right now. You never know who might be looking at you. Thanks, Melee. But it's good. I'm happy to know you were safe, Nina. I mean, if things were right, there's no way that someone like me who created that F.L.E.I.J.A should be able to live like this. Nina, I didn't understand. I didn't understand what would happen with the stuff that I created. F.L.E.I.J.As that I designed wound up. And that's precisely why you didn't know what to do that you wound up pulling out of the military and hiding yourself away, didn't you? Yeah. If that's the case, then just keep thinking about it until you decide what to do. Ooh. Of course, don't know that that's something I should be saying, as I only just managed to graduate here. You're the same as always, President. Shirley! Are you okay, Shirley? I heard that you've been locked in your room for a long time because you weren't feeling good. I was just in a bit of shock since Lulu, Rolo, and even Miss F.L.E.I.J.A wound up disappearing so quickly. But I can't afford to be in a slump all this time. After all, even Nina and the President are doing their best. Shirley. Ha! It's the first time in a while the student council members are back together! Although about half of us are gone. Hell, if you think about it, the members of our student council are pretty impressive, aren't they? Suzaku's one of the Knights of the Round. Lady Relina as the first Federation representative and a queen. Cullen's a squad leader of the Black Knights. Nina became an awesome scientist. And come on, you're the President. He's a big shot on television now. And Lelouch? I'm certain he's doing something incredible. I'm certain he's going to do something incredible. No. He's probably already doing it. Is that the power of love that makes you think that? President? It's just a joke. Half of it. But someday, hey, I'd like to call Sachi and Luis as well and have everyone get back together. Yeah. Congratulations! I found you, Nina! You're Professor F.L.E.I.J.A. Miss Nina, we've come here to pick you up on request from Mr. Suzaku. From Suzaku? Chapter 52. Desperate Endgame. Also, just thinking about it, I hope everyone has enjoyed their Halloween. It was decent enough for us, even if the wind was howling horribly all night. Gino. I'm fine, Anya. Are you able to fight? I don't entirely understand, but something about me feels different than before.
Leave the idle chatter for there. Zexus has arrived. They are but fools who spread chaos across these lands. So long as they disappear, the entire world will come under the rule of the Federation.
Will that really lead to peace for this world? They're coming. Launch your 2 battleships.
2 battleships.
Mm-hmm. Because the Ikaruga is out. "24 units. So you could pretty much rely on having 24 from now on.
Except for the final stage, which may throw like 30 at me. Don't think the moon's out.
No, it is very sunny. And you are not in space.
It's always sunny and moon-like in space. I was trying to go somewhere with that, and I have no idea where it was.
Something almost always sunny in Philadelphia? I have no idea.
Quite possibly. C2's back.
Yep, in the Lancelot Frontier. So, fun note about that. It still has energy supply.
Huh.
And a barrier, and a sword, and a shield.
Huh. So she's actually decent now.
Yes. She is actually a good resupply unit.
There's some ludicrously high-level character I was planning on leaving out.
Guy is level 65.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on leaving out. Because I had the experience up on him.
Going to pick up C2 and Crower Gurnlagen.
Gurnlagen and Crow. It's been a bit since I've used Crow.
It has. Just need to get everyone clumped well enough. Not going to move Aquarian over?
Debating who really needs it. Because the Aquarian has 125 will from the start.
Yeah. That's enough to Mugen punch.
And then immediately,
If you get a kill.
it gets killed most of the time. Amuro, you're the other person.
I'm laughing at the fact you're leaving Big O in the very back lines.
I don't want him to die.
True.
Alright, good enough.
But if that's all, then you should just full upgrade him to where he only takes 30% damage while defending. So the Mount Fuji on this Japan has come like this?
That's not particularly good.
Eh, it's fine. After all, Mount Fuji's the main source of Sakuradite, or... that's the entire reason Britannia wound up taking over Area 11. But just in order to dig up stuff like that, they wound up turning a national treasure of Japan, Mount Fuji, into some giant scrap heap like that? What's with those Britannian idiots? They don't understand nature a single bit, do they? But But now that they've lost their emperor, that Schneizel guy's their leader, huh? It appears as though Schneizel himself hasn't shown up here. In other words, this is just an advanced troop for him. If that's the case, we'll crush these guys and force him to come out! Let's go, everyone! Charge! Everyone. After all, everyone here in Zexus doesn't like that Schneizel guy. There's no way we can let a guy like that carry those F.L.E.I.J.A weapons around. And to top it off, he wound up kidnapping making use of his sister in order to try and shake Zero up. That's way too dirty! See. With the formless weaponry he has at his command, and just letting him roam free is an incredible danger. It's your final battle with that man. And he looks as if everyone is in high spirits. Even though Duke Prin wound up readying a new nightmare frame for you, are you not going to launch? Zero has plenty of allies. I have no need to go out there now. Schneizel Britannia. That man is dangerous in a different way from Treize and Zex. It's highly likely that Schneizel has prepared traps other than Nunnally here in order to deal with us. All units, commence attack. Beware of the enemy's movements. So, destroy all enemies. Don't let Zero or Suzaku die. Destroy all enemies within 3 turns.
But not 3 allied phases.
Not 3 allied phases. So you've got 3 knights of the round, you've got some battleships.
Just to ensure it's actually centered properly.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense to do that. I mean, you want to ensure you're hitting the right group and don't have it off in an angle so you only hit 4 people. I mean, it would still get most of the people you needed it to, but at the same time it would kind of suck. On an amusing side note, just thinking about King Gainer,
Wow, those enemies are far off.
yeah. In the original Z, anytime the King Gainer is referred to by members of the Siberian Railroad, they just call it the haired unit.
So it's basically the mustache.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay, not kill like that. Still hitting movement.
But yes, it's just one of those things like how the Tournay is often referred to as the mustached unit.
It's either the mustache or the white doll.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I just move the Ikarka?
Because you were meaning to move someone around it, but you just figured, what the heck, I accidentally clicked this. It doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I'd personally advance your support groups pretty far, because, I mean, even if they are just supports. Slashing twice at the pseudo-Gawains. Oversense level 9. How
I
nice.
thought it was level 6.
Nope.
Yeah, level 9.
You're far enough along that you're getting to the point where people max level their skills. I'm not going to target the Tristan.
No dialogue. It's attacking the Tristan.
Let's see. Gareth, that's it.
Gareth.
Yes, those are the Gareths.
I still can't get over that Treize Kushinada is supposed to be 24 years old.
Yeah. I mean, it seems weird, but... yeah, mass production Gawain.
And Milliardo Peacecraft is supposed to only be 18.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. That does seem very wrong to me that Milliardo is only 18. How old is Hero supposed to be, by the way?
I believe 14.
That I can accept.
I believe most of them are supposed to be in the 14 to 16 range.
Yeah, because 16 is definitely too old for how Hero looks in the opening.
Duo, maybe.
Let's see. Are those mobile doll squadrons just going to wait for us? Let's see. After all, this is supposed to be our final battle. We can't let down our guards. Or it could be to have some of them waiting inside or around Mount Fuji to trap us.
Zero. I understand. I've already started analyzing them.
Oh yeah, because they're really just...
Hero Yui's 15.
15. I would definitely say 14, judging by
16
the
Endless
opening.
Waltz.
It's been a while since we've seen some of these attacks.
Aliases.
Plenty of them.
Turn's over. It's my turn now.
Just firing hand beams. Always fun to see attacks we haven't seen in a while.
Sure, go ahead and show off some others. While I look up the ages of the remaining characters.
Super Varus.
I won't stop moving. No to reach tomorrow.
I mean, the Varus was supposed to be one of the key features of the Lancelot originally. The brand new weapon they had designed specifically for it. And yet C2 makes so much more use of it than Suzaku. It's probably because Suzaku likes spinning so much and has much more of an emphasis on his blades. But, you know, C2 doesn't care about blades. What wonderful units those Gareths are. And Team Battleship
that's
cannons.
his name.
Wu Fei Cheng?
I was trying to remember what the last one of them was.
The only one who has his name written in kanji.
All of them are 15. Every last one of them.
The weakest attack the King Gainer has. Click.
Chain gun shooting?
Yep. Pink, pink, pink. More than enough. More than enough.
Go for ammo-based attacks first.
Yeah. Because it really is a shame how quickly the King Gainer burns through its energy. That's the only real problem with it. I mean, it's a size S with a barrier. It's got plenty of attacks in this, although, to be honest, its attacks at the start of Z really suck.
Because it's at the start.
For the first couple of levels, all it has are the chain gun slashing and shooting.
No, it has a tri-attack as well.
Yes, but you aren't able to use it.
True.
Because for the first few chapters, you aren't able to form your own teams, and so you need to have a full team of 3 to use a tri-attack. So all it has is chain gun shooting, chain gun slashing. And then after a while, it acquires its overskill attack. which requires 135 will. In a game where it's not exactly easy to raise your will. So, yeah, fun. And it's a hit-all attack, which means it drains a lot of energy. So basically,
Strong attack.
you have chain gun slashing as your only real option. Starkhadron or something like that. Oh hey, his slash harkens.
Where are they stored?
Good question.
Shoulders?
It's just got finger
Just
slash
hand pipe.
harkens. We've seen that once. What's with that? A good question, Gainer.
One that shall likely never be answered.
Just keep shooting. You've done a more than good enough job here just sitting in range of enemy forces.
And lightly weakening them all. Because now there's a nice little target there.
If only you could get Suzaku over there to fire his Varus full burst.
I mean, he's got accelerate.
Not quite enough. Because you would want to be literally on top of that enemy.
Yeah.
But if you were, it would be glorious.
If I were
That's
here,
perfect. Under that,
I'd still be able to hit all 4 of those.
but under that Gareth, it would be so perfect. A perfect line smacking them all.
Nah, it's not worth doing that.
Just the MVS.
Not even MVS spinning.
Yep. Just use a single major vibration sword. Glowing red. 1 slash. And that deals a lot of damage. Impossible! What's impossible?
Just to check the range, yeah.
Also, is that ammo based or?
I believe it is ammo based.
迷いながら悔やみながら決めればいいさ君がくれた言葉一つ戸惑いは消え去り空っぽだった僕の光
Yeah, you have a really cheap soul.
Yep, 2 ammo. Full burst.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with using soul, since 3 of them will die anyway.
Just full burst. And you have the HP of the battleship.
Somewhat unfortunately, that tripped.
Oh, the only thing that can hit is the Danku Kogaken.
Let's see if a single Dunkakuken's strong enough to kill this Virgo.
I'd hope. Especially since it should barrier pierce.
I would think that it would.
I just love the way they just write it across.
I'm sure that's how it happens in series.
I'm certain. But I'm just thinking about what are my favorite scenes from Thunderbolt Fantasy.
And
So-
Blood Blockade Battlefront, right?
More importantly, Thunderbolt Fantasy, because Thunderbolt Fantasy doesn't
No,
like
it was
that
not enough to kill.
very shittily. So, for any who do not know, and I'd imagine that is a large number of people,
Thunderbolt Fantasy is amazing.
there is this series out there which currently has 2 seasons and is working on a 3rd called Thunderbolt Fantasy.
Still need to watch the 2nd season.
It's by a little-known guy named Gen Urobuchi.
Probably never
Fairly
heard of
famous. Fairly famous. And it's a series he did in conjunction with a really neat Taiwanese puppet company called F.L.E.I.J.A. I'm probably butchering the name. I've actually seen multiple of their puppets from the series in real life when I went to Japan. It was pretty awesome. So basically, it's a Taiwanese-Japanese co-production epic puppet story.
Mind you, that Taiwanese-Japanese co-production causes a couple of problems if you watch it off Crunchyroll. The names, they do not match.
Yes, if you do watch it off Crunchyroll like we have, they keep the original Chinese names for the subtitles. But since they're saying it in Japanese, the names don't quite match up. So I forever personally think of the main character as his Japanese name, which I'm constantly hearing, Shofukan, rather than his Chinese name, which, in all honesty, I have no clue. I don't remember what his Chinese name is.
There's also a manga of it, but it's not as good because the puppetry is amazing.
Yes, because...
Haha, I was right!
Nice cluster. But yes, they have just this incredible art to their puppetry and mixed with CGI to pull off some really impressive looking fight scenes.
Go for it. So,
they've got magic, swordplay, whips and bows, all sorts of crazy things that they're able to do, and they have intense dedication to their craft.
I just love that I actually was right with that.
So, I will not spoil any of the story, as there's a lot of trickery and secrets and stuff, particularly in the first season, but the first season was absolutely awesome, so I made sure to go and watch the movie that was in theaters when I was in Japan. It was cool.
68,000 money.
Very nice.
And he's done.
If I wind up fighting while wavering over things like this, of course I'd lose like this. Chino! Later, Suzaku. Maybe I should try and live like you do.
I kind of like Gino.
Chino. With an end like this, there's no way I could feel good like that. And of course not. Which is why he'll be joining us later.
He seems like a good enough guy.
Yeah. He's not happy with the way things are going in the Empire.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Bolio Riser.
Because he needs experience.
Oh yeah. Hot blood acquired, finally.
He's the one who has hot blood on the third person.
Mm-hmm. That he is.
Screw it, get more experience.
Also, wow, do the protagonists of Baldios not get along? I see, it requires lower energy.
No, it doesn't require lower energy. It requires 4 more energy.
Has barrier, pierce, and ignore size.
And better stats.
It has an S in space. Money up.
Oh, right, I should have done that. Should have done both those. Oh well. It's not the main boss.
Yes, also from what I've seen in Z, my god, do the protagonists of Baldios not get along at the start. Oliver and Raita, the second and third pilots, absolutely hate Marin. They can't trust him at all because he's a filthy alien who's probably a spy for the enemy come here to destroy us all. And yet, clearly by the end, they get along quite well. So, yeah. Baldios is apparently quite a thing.
This dynamic kill's just so ridiculous.
Boom. Goodbye.
There we
Love
go.
acquired.
4 levels.
will up 30.
Now you are appropriately leveled.
Not yet. Don't push yourself, Anya. Pull back! I don't have anything left. And so even if I'm not here anymore...
Knight of 6, that resolve of yours, I shall accept it! I challenge you to a duel!
What an undependable seeming person.
How dare you!
This is the end. Recording finished.
Not yet! Record this! Jeremiah Godwald. That's the name of the man who shall defeat you!
It has nothing to do with memories. After all, my memories are...
Don't tell me, you were also...
Please note you can see his eye now.
Because now he's using his Geas Canceller.
If that's the case, there's only one thing I must do!
Geas Canceller.
Yes, because he's been equipped with one of those. What? Feels as if the fog in my head has disappeared. Did that orange guy do something? Anya?
Jeremiah, did you remove the gas that was placed upon her? Kurugi Suzaku, please, leave her to me.
Okay, Orange.
Yeah. So as part of him being rebuilt into a cyborg, they installed a Geas Canceller into him. Why? I don't know. Why not? That's probably what the scientist guys were thinking. Considering
Why?
that Lloyd probably had something to do with it.
I'm still disappointed in this every time I look at it.
The fact you don't have Accelerate.
Or love. I'm really hoping Saji gets love.
That might be nice.
It would be fitting. But if I know these developers, Setsuna's going to get love, and Saji's going to get courage.
Hasn't Setsuna already gotten all skills?
No, he's still got one skill remaining.
Hmm.
He has hot blood and soul.
And still a skill left.
Unless he just only has 5. No, yeah, he's still got one
Okay,
left.
so he does still have one left. Okay.
And he's level 60. They made him a lot better in this game.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's kind of got to share... There are two things to think about with that. Firstly, there's the fact that he's got a dead skill slot for 9/10 of the game. And secondly, there's the fact that he's got a number of critical battles to do. Particularly one of the endgame battles. We still have to deal with Ribbon's Allmark, remember?
Oh right, that's a person you have to deal with.
Yes, we still have to kill Ribbons. Because
he in the
he's still
stupid
manipulating everything.
Is Ribbons in the Rebonzu?
Yes, Ribbons is in the Reborns.
You didn't notice how stupid it was until you watched me playing Gundam Versus.
Yeah. I saw the Reborns. Yeah. Reborns. It's bad.
SP Restore.
60 to 50. Not horrible.
It's a decent one.
Not as good as the 50 to 50 that someone else has.
That's Margaret.
Yes.
But I don't use Margaret that frequently because... Margaret.
Soul will definitely kill.
You think so?
I think so.
Alright, sure. I'll go for Soul because I don't want to have to deal with this guy.
So remember, that's 250% damage on your strongest attack. You've also got the size bonus, amongst other things.
Oh right, there is a size bonus this time.
Yes, because that should be a size S. And even the Wing Zero is a size M.
Which is why the Wing Zero with Zero System at max will only had a 67% chance to hit.
Mm-hmm. Also because he's an ultimate guy, probably. Commencing attack.
Don't know if this will kill. It's got a decent chance. Nope. I thought as much.
Okay, but very close.
But close is not good enough.
Close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and nuclear weaponry.
Right, that had to be changed, didn't it?
No, that's something one of my professors said once.
Because truly, it used to just be horseshoes and hand grenades, but now...
Yeah, nuclear weapons count as well. Very much. You just want instinct here.
Yeah, I was just curious what he had. He's still got one skill remaining.
Yep.
Hopefully it's soul.
We shall see. Gravium.
Gravium's not particularly well balanced.
What do you mean by that?
Skill-wise. It's got full coverage of skills.
Pretty much.
But almost all of the lock-on things are on the main pilot.
No. Pretty sure that AG has lock-on.
He might have lock-on. But Toma has...
He's got strike. He's got lock-on. No, he's got instinct and he's got courage.
And courage.
You do know part of the reason for that, don't you? Awakening.
Awakening, okay.
Part of the reason for that is because of the original Z, it's a combining robot.
Yeah.
And so for a good chunk of time you're stuck with nothing but the main pilot in a tiny, pathetic unit which combines the worst parts of real robots with the worst parts of super robots.
You really hate the Grand Knight, don't you?
I really hate the Grand Kaiser. The God Gravian is the strongest unit by far I have at the point in the game I'm at, but my god, the Grand Kaiser sucks. His armor is paper thin, and it has horrible dodge rates.
Alright.
So,
As if I could lose! I'm the strongest knight of the Empire! The Knight of One! Lady Marianne! The Knight of One's been confirmed destroyed. The Knights of the Round. With this, the symbols of Britannia's strength will have fallen.
farewell to all Knights of the Round.
Well, questionable.
What do you mean by that?
All Knights of the Round have at least been dealt with.
They're all gone.
2.5 are still alive.
Yeah. Anya and Gino are still alive, but I don't think they'll be functioning in any capacity as knights anymore.
Yes. Would you agree that 2.5 are still alive?
Suzaku?
Yeah, because Suzaku's really...
He's not a Knight of the Round anymore. He is, as said, the Knight of Zero. Which is an entirely different thing. You're just like, oh right, Hayato has a command aura, doesn't he?
Wait, his...
Remember, battleship captain.
Right. No, I completely and utterly forgot about that.
Yeah. Because whoever uses Hayato...
If you're using any gutter other than the one...
You're wrong.
Well, there are a couple instances.
At least before you acquire the transformation post-movement, and if you're not on a water stage.
Yeah, I was primarily thinking if you're on a water stage.
But there aren't any totally underwater stages in this game. Z3 will be different. There's at least one possible route with a route that is totally underwater.
You know, I actually...
It sucks.
I kind of like the Shin Getter 3. I like its ridiculously stretchy arms.
It's one way of dealing with it. It's one way of dealing with the need to, blast enemies pretty hard.
Okay, neither of those were good enough.
And yet now you've got Crow. Show off. I was going to say, why not show off the Dimensional Rocket Punch again? But...
I'll probably have another option later in the stage.
Probably. Because this isn't going to be the end.
I have a feeling everything's going to be over there.
Well, we'll see.
Which is going to screw me over because everything's going to be on the other side.
But this is the SR point, remember, and that's what really matters.
What turn is it? It's turn 2.
2 of 3.
And almost everything's dead.
Try again on someone? My friends, or try again.
There's no point in not casting Hot Blood.
Since you regen it every turn.
Ah, skill.
Yep. This isn't stupid high, but...
Is that not the one on the furthest right?
No, it is not.
Oh, that's accuracy and evasion, isn't it?
Yeah, accuracy and evasion is the farthest right. Skill is top middle.
Ridiculously high accuracy and evasion, though, I believe, there.
Yes, ridiculously high. Because he is a dodgy new type.
And also try again.
And that does not even include the new type bonuses. Grenade launcher.
Oh, you're actually being smart for one, Zeta? Oh, because it's already been wounded.
Yeah. All it needs is a grenade launcher, so why use more? Backpack beam condenser. What is the best beam rifle design in Gundam?
Best beam rifle design. You need to put some specifications on.
Coolest looking.
You still need to put some specifications. What do you count as a beam rifle? Where do you draw the line between a beam rifle
And a beam cannon?
and a beam cannon?
Hello.
Hello. Would you like to weigh in on this matter as well? Where do you draw the line between a beam rifle and a beam cannon? And what do you think is the coolest beam rifle?
I would personally say that part of the difference between a beam rifle and a beam cannon is do you need 2 hands to fire it?
But then you look at the F.L.E.I.J.A. That is a cannon.
Yeah.
But it's wielded one-handed. Because it's mounted on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And
But that requires more than a hand if it's shoulder mounted.
true. If we're going by cannons, I think that one's probably the coolest. Do beam bazookas also fit in?
I'm particularly looking at rifles here, thinking about the way that the Zetas looks there. It just stuck out prominently to me at the moment.
Because if you're talking about beam bazookas, there's only one real option. That I can think of, at least.
And what would that be?
GP-02. It's atomic beam bazooka replacement.
Yeah, the atomic bazooka and the beam bazooka are separate.
Still, massive bazooka.
Alright. All enemies have been annihilated, right?
The squads around Mount Fuji are retreating.
Zero. What?
We'll explain it all that later. Hurry!
No.
All squadrons around Fuji, retreat immediately!
What's happening? I'll explain later. There's a massive energy reaction building up under Mount Fuji.
I knew it!
Schneizel the idiot.
Is he detonating the circuit door underground? All units, hurry!
Schneizel the moron. He blew up Mount Fuji.
That's only villains do that.
Yeah. It's an active volcano, remember? But, yeah. That guy. In order to defeat us, he deliberately blew up Mount Fuji? What the hell kind of idiot does something like that?
We should take our rage to the person in question.
Come on!
Hey, dimensional beasts. Ugh. Oh, huh.
So you saw through my trap. Well done, Lelouch.
Schneizel.
What? What's with that stupid huge flying castle thing? Let's see. This is an overall size of 3 kilometers? It really is a flying mobile fortress.
This aerial fortress Damocles was built in order to bring peace back to this world. And to top it off, you want to bring in Firebug and those artificial dimensional beasts as well. So since Lam intend to get involved in this war? Exactly right, sis. After all, in order to try and bring his civilians over here, His Highness has joined hands with the Federation. But if you get yourselves involved in the fights of this world, the battles will only get worse. That might be. But even so, don't you think that's convenient for the prince? What? Don't you worry. After all, as soon as this battle ends here, we'll bring out our perfect weapons. Now, Nunnally. Yes. Brother. F.L.E.I.J.A? Was that an attempt at showing off his power for us? Exactly right. If you accept your defeat here, everything will go more smoothly. Surely you intend to try and rule over us with that strength, do you? Rule over with strength, don't you? After all, that is the most effective means of bringing peace. All you're doing is stealing away other people's freedom. In the end, you people don't think of anything other than ruling over others, do you? There's no way we'll accept idiots like that. How pathetic. You really have become a force of bringing chaos to this world. Are you alright, Nunnally? I apologize for making you remember something like that. I had a feeling that I had thought that if we showed them the might of the F.L.E.I.J.A, they would consider surrendering. I've already prepared myself as well. I'll be the one to press the activation switch. Nunnally. I can't fight or protect others, so at the very least, let me take on some of the sin here. Understood, Nunnally. I'll leave activating the F.L.E.I.J.As to you, then. I've prepared the most safe place in this fortress of Damocles for you. You just wait there. Yes. What a good girl she is. But brother, at a time like this, why would you use a method like that? Cornelia, what do the people truly desire? Let's see, Oh, Schneizel, you're being crazy as always. Hunger and poverty, discrimination, corruption, war and terrorism. The root of all of these, there are so many problems overflowing this world of ours. And so, unless people experience absolute despair, they won't be able to understand each other and overcome them. So in that case, it's understandable as an ideal, but after all, I hadn't intended to rely on those civilians who go against war. But everyone understands. You can't stop these problems. People's desires cannot be halted. And so if that's the place, and so if that's the case, there's no place for hearts or justice in it. We just need to rely on the system and power to bring peace. See. This 3 kilometer large fortress with iron walls is even capable of ascending up into space and launching F.L.E.I.J.As all across the globe. Even if this battle ends, and so long as there are still people who desire to break the peace, all we can do is use these F.L.E.I.J.As against them. Wait a minute. Weren't they just to destroy Zero? This is the entire world. Do you intend to rule over the people with fear? Peace is nothing more than illusion, isn't it? Endless conflict is the history of humanity. So in that case, what does it take in order to turn that fantasy into reality? Do you intend just to lecture humanity? Something like that's not allowed for anyone other than a god. If that's the case, then I just need to become a god. So long as the people do desire me to bring peace. Brother, you... Incredible! Deedhart. I knew that coming along with you was the correct answer. An incredible person able to even overcome the chaos of Zero. What a brilliant man! Brother, please reconsider. All you're doing with this method of peace is dealing with everyone else's hopes and dreams. Canon, take Cornelia away. Understood. Well then, Lady Cornelia. Brother! How sad, Cornelia. Schneizel. You, for the sake of the world that we desire, you must not be allowed to live. Loosh, I shall go ahead and return those words to you. You are an existence that gathers the malice of this entire world. And as an enemy of this world, you must be struck down. Everyone in the world is waiting for us to win. And, in the same way, they all hope that this shall be the last war that humanity ever has to deal with. Sexus. Let me the strength to take him down. Don't try and shoulder everything yourself here. After all, he's not just your enemy. That guy's an enemy of all of us. That's how it is. After all, no one wants you to just stand up there taking all the blame, do they? With all the power we've got, we'll take him on! Let's go, Mr. Zero. Everyone. Zero! You're the one who gave the orders! All units. Our target is the aerial fortress Damocles. And Schneizel Britannia! So long as we can take that man down, everything will end. The dark history and traditions of this world. We can put an end to the rulers through force. The nobles of Britannia! Destroy the fortress Damocles.
So, as far as units would go, rifles would go, I've come up with 4, I'd say. Depending on your definition.
Depending on your definition of beam rifles.
Yes.
Okay.
The Twin Buster rifle with Dreisorgs.
Yeah.
You see why that's a depending. Because it is technically one-handed, but it's also... You're better off using 2 hands.
Yeah.
There's...
That's still... I mean, it's got attachments to it, but it's still small enough to be, handheld, not connected to anything else.
There's the Sazabi's long rifle. It's just massive.
Yeah.
I just love it so much.
I just think about,
Oh, hey! The background's actually changed.
Yeah, because it's all exploded. Mount Fuji's erupting here. How weak that was.
Because barrier.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was going to say something there about, the F.L.E.I.J.A's cannons.
Yes, the F.L.E.I.J.A. I would count it as a beam rifle still.
Yeah, it is still one-handed, even though it's super long barrel.
Although I would not say the F.L.E.I.J.A specifically. I would go for the Queen Inla's one. Although I'm not 100% sure if that's attached to it or not, or if it's an integral part of it.
Attached, integral? You're not sure whether it's handheld or just a part of the body?
Yeah. Still awesome.
Yeah. They have some very long rifles.
The Lupus beam rifle.
The Lupus beam rifle. That's the Freedoms?
That's the Strike Freedoms.
Strike Freedoms. I like the fact that its rifles can snap together to form a double light rifle.
Yes. That is the only reason that it scores as highly as it does for me.
Yes. Because its standard rifle is,
It's decent.
it's fine. It's not a grand-looking weapon, but it's not horrible.
And the Beam Smart Gun.
Yes, the Beam Smart Gun of the EXS system.
Anything
units.
from Sentinel has the Beam Smart Guns. They have radome built into them, I believe.
They have some kind of sensors built in, and they're able to bend the beam something like 15 degrees while firing it.
And that's a fully acceptable bending beams.
Yes, unlike whatever Luis was doing.
I don't think there's a term
Because
for what she was doing.
It was bending at... It wasn't curving, it was bending at angles in mid-motion.
Unless you have reflectors set up already.
Which you don't. Or she doesn't. Unlike, the Shamblo.
Or even Lelouch.
Yes.
You could say that Ribbons is the one doing everything, so he might have.
I don't think so.
Because Ribbons is the one doing everything.
Pretty much. Like many things, it can be traced back to Ribbons Allmark's fault.
Oh, right. You told me that I can actually cycle these?
Yeah.
Which one of these is defend, which one of them
That's
is...
evade.
Okay, so it does just go straight.
Yeah. That it does. Hi, Claire. You want to come up?
Killer the Butcher.
It's quite a name. Alright. Come up, Claire. Hello, my old cat. You are a good girl. Even if you are old and in desperate need of a bath. You're still a good kitty.
Singing Bizarre, I won't do anything, but...
Yep. But he can't hurt you.
That one could have.
Oh dear. That's her strongest attack.
I'm gonna defend.
Bloom in hell.
I'm gonna defend and hope Chirico just takes an obscene amount of damage.
What a fun enemy.
So when you defend, you take 70 or 50%.
This is a flower present to you. But then again, there'll be flowers for your grave.
If you could pick any one Gundam side story, I guess is the term, to put into a Super Robot Wars, what would you pick?
You know what I'm saying.
I don't 100%. It's probably Advance of Zeta Flag of the Titans.
Yes, you know I'm saying Advance of Zeta.
But there is a chance you'd go for, Astray or...
Astray's already been in.
Well,
for
yeah,
one
Astray
thing.
has been in at least once, but...
And I mean, as cool as the Astray units are,
Insect.
I really want to see the... Come on.
Oh god. That'd be great if those three just get out of the way.
Which you can do. Trinity Wing. Plus Subspace Beam. Hot Blood. You're going to let the Baldios just cast Subspace Beam?
Oh. That's just setting things up.
Good kitty.
I know it
Baldiorizer,
uses a ton of energy, but
but you're facing a key boss.
and this probably won't kill, so the luck was probably worthless, but... Two Super Robots' strongest attacks with Hot Blood attached to one of them.
All I will say to you is go ahead and check on the Damocles and make sure you reserve at least one luck for it.
Oh yeah, I've still got 2 lucks prepared for it.
The Big Wing. It's so very goofy of an attack.
What's your favorite combining robot? Just design-wise.
That is hard to say.
Let's just go with the ones that are in this game.
Well,
So that's... I guess technically God Mars.
yes, you've got God Mars, God Sigma,
Gravian.
Zambot, Gravian,
Tried.
I don't think Triders are combining.
Just transforming.
You have...
Identify wall.
No, you did not.
There's
at least...
Dan Cougar Nova.
Yeah.
Isn't that every super robot other than Big O?
No, there are
There's
others.
Mazinger line.
There's the Mazinger. Oh yeah, the Getter counts, yeah.
Getter's transforming. Getter's combining.
Yeah.
Aquarian. Well.
Aquarian is
You know what?
combining.
I'm going to count Aquarian as combining.
It is a combining.
Certainly isn't in this one.
Yes, it is.
It's combining, but when do you ever do it? They acknowledge this in Z3 too. You only get the solar.
Yes.
Because whoever uses the other two.
Well, in Z, I can see some very good reasons. In the original Z, I can see some very good reasons too. Particularly because Apollo probably sucks as a commander. Because his lead bonus is plus 40% damage against Shadow Angels.
Highly specific.
Yes, it's way too specific. When you're fighting Shadow Angels, he's the best person to have, but you don't want to have him out when you're fighting anything else. But yeah, so...
No, not you. Cargo.
Well,
You okay there, bro?
oh, it's Paw. Hi, Paw. Yes, that is the Fortress of Damocles. It has a Blaze Luminous.
It has
Unknown
over
HP.
100,000 HP. First one.
No. Has the F.L.E.I.J.A map attack.
Cool. Ammo based. 24 ammo.
Yep, as he said, he's got a huge stockpile and Nightmare Frame Squadron attack.
As expected, I guess.
So yeah, very fun. Just be glad the F.L.E.I.J.As probably aren't stupid accurate. So let's see, of the combining robots...
This one, technically.
Yes, I would say that the Gravian, Aquarian, and Shin Getter are probably my top 3 of the ones in this.
I get it.
We're combining, at least design-wise. Aw, what are you doing? Come back here. Come over here, big black kitty. Come to me.
I mean, I really like the
Hi.
the final Dan Cougar. It is interesting.
Our large black cat has decided to show himself.
He wants
You're a
to be
good
flipped
boy.
up. He doesn't want to be upside down anymore.
Ah, I know. I understand. How are you doing, Paw?
And this
We're a
cat's
very
machine
large
gun
cat.
sneezing again.
Very large cat. Look at how much of our screen he's taking up.
That's not because he's particularly close to the screen. He is, in fact, about a solid 2 feet away.
He is quite a large kitty. Good Paw. Do not attack the coney.
Yep, there we go. That's kill.
Yep. Goodbye, Pearl Fang. Nobody liked you. Ergo end.
Ergo end.
Yes, that's what he says.
Okay.
Well, this much ought to be okay. Guess I'll return for now. You're just being a sore loser, aren't you? Getting all happy like that over a single little battle is the mark of being immature, little kitten. Later then. The real battle will be the next time we meet. The real battle, huh? Looks like it's not going to be too long before we have our final showdown with Salam. too long to go. How are you, Claire? You are a good cat. Usually. I was just thinking, why are you grounding yourself?
He's one of the few units I have the problem with.
Dynamite explosion or try again?
Free hot blood on all of them.
Mm-hmm. Hot blood, accelerate, luck, effort, flash.
Primarily, I needed to get him out of the way.
Phase transition cannon, fire.
Hopefully this will get rid of at least one of them.
Not quite as awesome as, the wave motion cannon, but still.
The Yamato. Because why make an entirely new battleship when you can just repurpose an old battleship?
That's only in the original Yamato, though.
Did they change that in 2199?
Yeah, in 2199, that's just a ruse. Because,
Aliens.
No, it's because the Gamelins would... Pretty sure it's Gamelins. Would notice any, major construction project. They just made it look like the burned out wreck on a dried up seabed of an ancient World War II battleship. Well, the inside was, something entirely different.
Spinzaku kick.
Well done, Suzaku.
I believe there are 3 Code Geass video games.
Only 3?
Yeah. Only 3. There was a DS RPG?
So,
I say questioningly because I'm not 100% sure.
the types of games I can definitely see for Code Geass. I can definitely see there being a Code Geass mech action game where you're fighting in nightmare frames.
There is not. There is another Centuries Episode R, however.
Yes, I could definitely see there being a turn-based tactics game kind of like this, but Code Geass only, as, you know... That's what Zero's best at. Zero plays chess. He does not fight.
There is not.
Really?
Mm-hmm. There is a DS RPG.
There's a visual novel, isn't there?
Yep! PS2 visual novel!
Of course
where
there
you play
is.
as someone who's just completely unrelated to everything.
Of course. Well, I mean, visual novel isn't the worst thing for Code Geass.
And you have a Geass. Because why not?
I mean, it's Code Geass. And as we saw with the Geass cult, they have been, with the Geass cult and Bismarck, they have been screwing around with testing out Geasses on other people.
That was slightly stronger than expected.
Also, as some of the Code Geass side stories have shown. After image. Yay, quantification.
I was gonna say, does this have a built-in after image, or did I put the hyperjammer
No.
on it?
It's able to quantize. Which is probably part of where the quant got its name, but yeah.
Do you know the other suit that's able to quantize?
What?
Or was able to quantize? Turn A.
Not the Turn X?
No, the Turn A is able to quantize.
Okay.
The Turn A Dark History is able to quantize.
Okay.
Or should be able to.
Did you mean to do that?
Not 100%. Whatever.
You can even punch Damocles. Alright, Aquarian. Here we go. Punch a castle.
punch a castle to the moon?
Twice.
I don't think there'll be a moon left. Right now, punching at the moon is only
When are you going to give up?
out of range.
Yep.
And here's another! I won't let you get away! Temecles is shaking? That's all it is, Nunnally.
Sure, that's all it is.
Don't worry, everything's still perfectly fine. Awakening.
Oh, that's cheap awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll miss 2 of them, but
But they're weak. Just go ahead and Moonlight Butterfly.
twice.
They're going to double map.
I'm going to double map.
Okay. Don't.
Don't. Yeah.
Go up and punch him directly in the face with your...
Moonlight Butterfly.
My god, look at that hit rate against Chirico. It's probably size 3L.
No, it's just 2L. I checked. So I want to see what it looks like when it misses.
It's going to be using just a Nightmare Frame Squadron,
Because that's the only attack it has that it can do.
other than its map. I was gonna say, you might want to check if Schneizel can act twice.
That would probably be a good thing to check, wouldn't it? Either way, he's probably dead this turn.
How long do you intend to continue these foolish actions? If the people desire peace, then need merely become a god. How unfortunate. But this is checkmate.
That's not ominous at all.
The red-black beams raining down from the sky with all the bullets.
Yeah.
No, not at all. He has Commander level 4, Genius, See-Through, Counter level 9, Guard, Support Attack level 4, and Attack again. So no.
Well, he's gonna die this turn.
You've got the turn A and you've got Colin.
And I've got a few others. Alright, Instinct's still applied.
No, Instinct is not, but Flash is.
Oh, you actually had dialogue?
Schneizel, Britannia. To think you would come out to the front lines yourself. Captain Quattrobagina. Or no. I should call you Char-Aznable here, shouldn't I? I do apologize, but I've already heard everything I needed to hear about you from Sir Treize.
See?
Someone like you, who fled from the greatness of his father, has been trapped by his personal feelings. You have no possible hope of defeating me. I know more than anyone else the danger in letting a man who's forgotten the small things take over this world. I'll go against any world that someone like that would create.
That's like the second time he's had dialogue with a boss.
Well, I mean, think about it. He's dealt with all those upper-class people before. So... put him directly next to him. Because remember, there's a positioning bonus.
How much HP does he have left? 51,000. This definitely will not kill.
Mm-hmm. Do you really think this fortress will be enough to rule the world? It's something that must be done in order to bring back peace. No matter what excuses you may make, you're just trying to rule over everyone through force. I can't trust in anyone who would think of something like that as the right way to do things. As Shin should know better than anyone. Considering that I'm pretty sure that's kind of what Gilbert Durandal tried to do in Destiny.
Gilbert Durandal. A very nice man. Said no one ever. You can't defend Gilbert Durandal.
I don't fully remember what happened. Fully know/remember what happened with him, but...
This one has a small chance of killing.
Yeah.
Therefore, I shall use one of the many blesses.
And if it doesn't, you can always send Colin up.
Let's see if you have dialogue.
Nope.
You do not have dialogue. Shin does, you don't.
Well, yeah, because Shin has already dealt with multiple madmen trying to take over the world with a giant fortress. He's worked for one of them.
No, didn't kill. And here we have a small chance to see what the Nightmare Frame looks like if it hits.
In order to bring back peace, we need to accept a few sacrifices.
Yep. Alright.
Colin?
Colin or Gurren Lagann?
Who needs it more? Well, Gurren Lagann's already got everything applied, so if you can...
I can at least do second strongest attack.
You could drill maximum.
No dialogue, of course.
If only you'd been able to get Lelouch up there, but... But even so, this shall be the end of Damocles.
Most likely.
All I can say is, why doesn't it have... I mean, I guess it's vaguely sword-shaped.
Very, very vaguely.
But, you know, you'd think it would have more sword imagery associated with it.
And today, we're going to go through the second stage. Through a second stage. We should have time. If we don't have time, we can go over.
I think I'd have to use my final thing. I think I'd have to use my final card. Because this is not the end.
But it's the end of the stage, right?
How foolish. Damocles won't fall with something at this level. It's no good. The two large sword attacks won't do it. Can't destroy it. But even so, Damocles has stopped moving. This is our only chance. Zero, Suzaku? Lelouch and Suzaku. I'll end things with this. F.L.E.I.J.A? Let's see. Zero! The F.L.E.I.J.A's composition changes moment by moment! If you can hit it with an opposing reaction at the precise time, you should be able to neutralize it! I see. So that's the F.L.E.I.J.A eliminator that Nina developed. But in order to pull it off, you'll be able to have to input the data, manually input the program, put the data into the program in the 19 seconds you've got until explosion. And then, even if I'm able to complete the program, it'll take 4 seconds to activate it. But we have to do it. Suzaku and I work together. There's nothing we can't do. Finish the program! Suzaku!
Leave the rest to me! F.L.E.I.J.A Eliminator! Fire! The F.L.E.I.J.A disappeared? Those two do it? So you intend to infiltrate after disarming the F.L.E.I.J.A, But Damocles has been equipped with a blaze luminous. Hikaruga, charge! Hikaru's opened a hole in the blaze luminous? Thanks, Soki. 0. Suzaku. We'll leave you to finish it! You definitely can't tell which is Schneizel's seat there, can you?
No, not at all. There's no disparity here.
The Bridge of the Damocles. Let's see. Data block. Receiving a transmission from the data block. The sixth float room has been completely destroyed. How impressive, Lelouch. Even if you were making use of Zexus, you forced me to draw my sword. Prince Schneizel. If this was a normal fight, then I might have accepted defeat already. However, since the fate of the world is riding on this, I cannot allow them to survive. Then, how sad, Lelouch. To think that you'd force me to play the worst card I have. Your Highness, preparations have been made to transmit across the entire ship. Well then. Let us bring those great traitors to the place where they shall end. Damocles interior. Nunnally's room. It actually looks kind of pretty if not for the ominous storm clouds overhead. I've been waiting for you, Lelouch. As I broadcast, you've come alone. Do you think you've won just by separating me and Suzaku? Ha ha ha! Your insolent attitude will only go so far, Zero. Your sister's life is in my hands right now. I imagine he's just like got a gun to Nunnally's head here.
Man,
Deethart.
I didn't like you originally, but now you're just an idiot.
Yeah. Brother. A hostage, How low will you stoop, Schneizel? That's something that Deethart has gone ahead and done on his own. However... However, since it's the first time we've met face-to-face in a while, I wouldn't want to have anything happen that we would regret. Regret. That's right. After all, I'd like you here to apologize for everything you've done up until now. To the entire world. I see. So you're going to try and make Zero break down here and have the Super United Nations fall apart at the seams. How very like you, Schneizel Britannia. Let's see. If you listen to my requests, I'm willing to treat you well here. It's no use. It's no use trying to make use of your Gyas here. Your every move is being monitored right now. Now that we've taken your sister hostage, you can't do a single thing, can you? How foolish. Ah! Seems you didn't do quite well enough. You're using a gun here even though Miss Nunnally's here? I can't believe it. If your miss had been even a little off, you would have shot Nunnally. So you're saying that F.L.E.I.J.A has thrown Nunnally away? Chaos! You used your Chaos Zero! Brother. You must have used the Chaos on yourself in order to ignore your sister! So that's why you shot! That's why! Silence, Deedhart! I won't use that Chaos anymore. I have no need of it! F.L.E.I.J.A. Forgive me, your highness. It could have been that I might have killed you there accidentally. However, at that time, I would have then taken my own life. Brother, F.L.E.I.J.A, you were prepared to die when you came here? I can't believe it. What on earth is with this man? But we're both putting our lives on the line here. There's no possible way that I could lose. You're wrong, Schneizel.
And my translation has flopped. See. You truly are the sort of person who focuses on such a large-scale view that a single life is of no consequence. However, the fact that you always refuse to lose means you couldn't have possibly won. So you're trying to say that I'm different than you, even though we're both putting our lives on the line? But look, the current situation is as you see. The fact that you were prepared to shoot Nunnally is outside my expectations, but now that I know that, I've completely cut you off. Let us think about this as if it was your beloved chess. Don't tell me you think to say that this is checkmate. Or even so, do you think that you're in the position of the king? That isn't correct. As I am now, I'm nothing more than a pawn. A single soldier of Zexus. I can't go back. And right now, I'm in the deepest depths of the enemy's ranks. Isn't this a perfect chance? For promotion. That's an attack from the outside? Zexus is currently focusing their fire on the position that I'm at. Thanks to that, I can move here freely. In addition, I have a knight here as well. Kurugi Suzaku. He broke through the ranks? Schneizel, hurry up and escape! It's no use trying to flee. We've already taken an end to the rest of them. Well done, Suzaku, Rollo, Jeremiah. I can't believe it! You're being targeted by Zexus? I thought I'd told you. I came here fully prepared to die. How splendid, Zero. Schneizel, this time, it's your loss. So you're going to kill me, Let's see. There's something I wish to ask you. Did you wish to rule the world with this Damocles? No. All I wanted was to bring about what everyone wished for. All I wished was to create peace. Even if it ignored people's desires. It's merely a difference of viewpoint. So you've been thinking about the entire time as you've played chess with the world. But you cannot call an
A changeless series of events like that living. That is nothing more than a series of experiences. But if you say that those connections are knowledge... Let's see. I believe that should be splendid. You truly are excellent. You're so excellent you can't even see it, can you? Yes. The Emperor Charles did desire the past. You desire today. And you look towards today. But I desire a tomorrow. Even if that tomorrow turns out to be far worse than today? No. It will be better. After all, no matter how much time may pass or must, people shall continue desiring something better. Even though that's nothing more than simple greed. You truly are the pinnacle of foolishness, aren't you? That's nothing more than emotion. The splendid lies we think of as hopes and dreams. I suppose that's the limits of someone who is a noble such as you looking down on this world. But I've seen it plenty of times. The people who live in squalor. The people who desire a future. Those who long for happiness and try to give it to others. Without a geas, without a mask, without anything. What an excuse. After all, for someone like you who's been ignoring others' wills for so long. What right have you to think of others' wills here? Fine. Go ahead and kill me. However, you will never win against King Peacecraft or Treize. You aren't the one who will get to decide that. No. Nunnally? If you want to kill Big Brother Schneizel, then kill me first. I'm the one who fired the F.L.E.I.J.As. I have the same crimes. Princess. Everyone lives on with the crimes they've committed. Of course, so have I. Brother. Even though I have committed many crimes, I still continue to live on. Even if I don't have the right to forgive. After all, I don't have the right to punish anyone. Jeremiah. I order you to capture Prince Schneizel and his subordinates. Yes, Your Majesty! Are you showing pity to me, Lelouch? That isn't it. All I'm trying to do is drag you down to the same level as me. And let me tell you one more time. I am Zero. It looks as if this is completely my loss. Well then, Your Highness, come this way. Farewell, Schneizel, and the history of Britannia. Zero! Your story is already over! You can't be allowed to live! Diethard, you truly haven't changed. Zero! Your desire was to see the change and revolution of this world, was it not? I shall grant this Damocles unto you. Use this power as you like. Even if you say that, if you truly desire to change this world, then you fight with your own power. At the very least, put a geas on me! Disappear, Diethard. You do not have the right to have a geas placed upon you. Diethard, the Zero that you desired has already died. Brother. I believe you're mistaken somehow, Princess. I am Zero. The man who shot a gun at you without any care for your life. Are you afraid of showing me your true face again? I want to see your
face, brother. You do not realize why this is important? Nunnally, her eyes. The Emperor's gas has been broken. Was it with her own will? I've also committed crimes here. I intended to stop you with that F.L.E.I.J.A. My brother who took on the name of Zero and was trampling over others' hearts. See.
Well then, would you have preferred a life of hiding away continually like that? Did you desire to live in a world where you were constantly being had assassins sent after you? For the sake of your future as well.
When did I ever ask for something like that? As long as I was able to keep on living with you, brother, I would have been fine with just that.
However, this world has been ruled over by too many things. What it needs is someone who can stand against it. That is the reason the Black Knights and the Gundams were created.
That's right. It's precisely because the world doesn't turn out the way that people wish. The people keep on living. So that's why. That Gyas is unnecessary. It twists people's hearts, makes everything go as you desire. Trampling over what everyone thinks of.
Well then, what of this Damocles? Isn't it but a system in order to rule over others through fear?
The Damocles is a symbol of sorrow and power. All of the people's grudges and sorrow will be gathered here, so that everyone can face the new tomorrow.
I see, Nunnally. So you don't need me to save you anymore.
I've told you everything I'm feeling, brother. Even so, do you intend to hide your face? How could you?
Princess. Zero!
Get away from Nunnally!
You.
I'll say it one more time. Get away from her, Zero! Yuffie, you were alive? Susaku. After that incident, and I was already known to have been dead, I'm happy that I was able to meet you again like this. But Kurugi Susaku, as one who has pointed their blade at the Earth Federation, you are no longer my knight. Disappear from my sight.
It's exactly as Yuffie says, Kurugi. You don't have any right to be a Knight of the Round anymore.
Wait, you're still alive?
Yes.
Of course, that is if this country if the Britannian Empire still survives after this.
Susaku, this was the only way I could think of to save you and Lelouch. Thanks, Yuffie. I'm glad you're still alive. Thanks, Cornelia. No matter how what form it may take, I was able to meet with Yuffie once more.
Leave Yuffie and Nunnally to me. Hurry up and leave, Kurugi. And Lelouch as well. Princess Euphemia.
Farewell, Lelouch. I don't think we'll meet again. That day, I still believe in the fact that we desired peace together.
Thank you, Yuffie. It's thanks to you that I'm able to disappear from Nunnally before Nunnally here. I'll keep fighting now, in order to create the world that the two of you wanted.
Brother!
It's
my Gyas, brother. Right now, the only two people who can move in this space are you and me. Now, it's time for you to leave, Nunnally.
Thank you, Rollo. You truly are my brother.
Takes off the mask.
Nunnally, you've already grown up more than enough and don't need anyone to support you. So I'll keep following my own path. Thank you. I love you, Nunnally. And this is farewell.
Brother!
Farewell, three princesses. I am Zero, the man who shall change this world. The current situation?
We've already loaded Prince Schneizel onto the Ikaruga. We've confirmed that Cornelia and the others have escaped.
All right. All that's left is to destroy the Damocles. This wasn't supposed to happen. I was supposed to be producing this new world. Deedhart. That symbol of power shall merely become your grave.
Wait a minute, Zero. There's an enormous energy reaction from overhead.
What?
And now. Damocles!
Cannon attack from space?
Don't tell me. It's Memento Mori? We've confirmed the firing point. It's an enormous battleship from nearby the space station Bulge. Bulge. That's where those White Fang guys were operating from, right?
Zex, when did you?
An enormous space battleship. Looks like Treize and Zex have made their preparations. A weapon that can fire onto the Earth from space. It's just another system to rule over people through power, just like those F.L.E.I.J.As. Treize. While our eyes were focused on the Damocles, you headed up to space?
Hero. Our target's already been decided. Treize. Zex. We'll kill you.
Space Fortress Bulge. The bridge of the Libra.
What's happened to Damocles?
Thanks to a direct hit from Libra's main cannons, it's been completely destroyed.
Oh, is it Milliardo Peacecraft? Do you like it?
After capturing us, you wound up forcing us to work at a breakneck pace on this Libra thing, didn't you?
You all have my thanks.
So the only problem is the fact that the main cannons can't be fired in rapid succession. After all, this was a project you forced us to rush, wasn't it?
All that's left is to keep on remodeling it. Although, of course, I don't think Zexus will wait for that.
Before they can ascend to space, we'll prepare the main cannon once more. This is the only method we have of securing peace between Earth and the colonies. Bringing peace to the world and ruling it through fear. Ha! Exactly the same as what that Schneizel brat was doing. However, this isn't quite as elegant as the way he had done it. After all, that Damocles was rather beautiful. But what we're desiring and making use of here is raw power. Everyone is afraid. Something that everyone is terrified of, and its existence itself will strike fear into everyone. I see. So this Libra thing may be the perfect tool for that. It's almost time to put an end to this fight between us and Zexus. And I'm certain that then, humanity will be able to advance to the next stage. Just like Julius Schoenberg's plan? No. Something that transcends even that. It's for that sake, we'll need to break through Veda's protections and broadcast to the entire world. Understood. We've already got those preparations mostly wrapped up. Lord Milliardo, a guest has arrived for you.
So you've come, Relina.
Stage clear. What time is it? 4 o'clock.
Yeah, we can probably get through another. Hi dear. How are you?
Or at least get through most of another.
Yep. We don't get anything this next chapter.
So it should be...
It's just no new units or anything. Chapter after that will be very long, however, as we get a ton of stuff. A ton of stuff that we'll probably be using for the rest of the game.
At least a number of them.
Yep. Oop.
Just gonna quickly check through.
How are you? I would say at this point, just leave that for later.
Primarily just. Everyone's 100% upgraded, and Wing Zero is the only forced deploy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. No new items, so just
Save.
And next chapter.
Mm-hmm. The orbital station. Across quarters briefing room. So we left that Schneizel Prince guy to the Super United Nations? Not quite. Rather than being captured, he's currently participating in the Super United Nations as a negotiator between countries. That's what Nunnally and Yuffie desired as well. It'd be nice if that was enough to bridge the gap between the Federation and the United Nations. Wasn't that nice, Suzaku? Aren't you happy to know Princess Euphemia's still alive? Yeah. Oh, come on. If you're happy, show it a bit more. It must be pretty tough. After all, the fact that she disappeared is all due to Zero. But according to what Jeremiah said, hasn't the princess forgiven Zero? If that's so, then Suzaku's got no one to be angry against anymore, does he? Well, if you don't have anyone to be angry anymore, shouldn't you just stop being angry? Hester! It might be like you're saying. Then, you and Zero, it'll still take a bit of time for me to be able to patch that gap. You haven't realized it, have you, Suzaku? If the timing between you and Zero had been even a little bit off, you wouldn't have been able to stop that F.L.E.I.J.A. I'm certain that you and Zero have already patched things up, but you just don't want to accept that. Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure it'll be patched up at some point. And we'll just watch over it until then. Yeah, that's right. That's what it means to be friends, right? You're being way too loud, Esther! Was I? Come on. If you keep acting like that, Mark is going to keep on lecturing you about how to be a proper lady again. Please, make sure that alone doesn't happen. After all, I've been forced to wear frilly clothes here recently, even. After all, I think even Colin should hear about things like that. Should think about wearing things like that. Saji, don't you butt into this! Well, if it comes to upping your feminine power, why don't you ask Alto about how to do it? Koji, you! Are you trying to pick a fight everywhere? Suzaku. Thanks, everyone. It's been a long time since we've seen you laugh like that. But right now, a lot of people in this world aren't going to be able to smile, are they? Memento Mori, the F.L.E.I.J.As. Now there are even more weapons to rule over people through fear that are showing up. Let's go, Suzaku. It's our job to stop those, isn't it? Yeah. Have we gotten any new information, Miss Noeem? Let's see. About that enormous space battleship. I've received a number of bits of
a number of contacts from my allies in the Sand Kingdom. His name is the Libra. It's something that can attack the Earth directly from space. They've really created something crazy, haven't they? In addition, 5 professors from the colonies were related to its construction. What? I'd thought I hadn't seen them in a while. To think they would do something as foolish as that. Well, considering that White Fang's supposed to be something to liberate the colonies, I guess it's understandable. Tch, what the hell are those old men doing? Libra, what a fearsome foe. But just like Prince Schneizel, they're trying to rule everything through fear. That Treize. How long does he intend to look down on the rest of humanity? In addition, I've heard that Lady Relina has gone off to see Zex. Did she go to confirm his will? It's most likely her objective. However, right now Zex isn't someone she can stop with words alone. After all, you must have had quite a bit of resolve to be able to become king of all the earth. This is bad. And when he starts looking like this... Are you thinking about Treize and King Peacecraft? What do you think about that, Libra? It's exactly the same sort of method. Thing as with Prince Schneizel. Unless we're able to take them out, we won't be able to return this world to peace. Is that so? How do you see things? The way things are right now, I can't see it as anything other than them putting on an act. An act? That's right. The ones they really wish to face are not us. But the things that they're truly trying to destroy. Are humanity's position. The thing they're really trying to destroy is humanity's position. Lieutenant Quattro? 0. If it's you, I think you should understand what I'm saying. After all, someone like you who kept on wearing a mask even in front of his sisters should definitely understand them. Humanity, Inside the Space Fortress Bulge. Well done, Lady Relina. I think you would all come all the way up here to space in order to stop Lord Milliardo. Dorothy. Yeah. Let me meet my brother once more. Have you found a way of trying to stop him? I'll convince him to stop this sort of foolish fight. That's completely pointless. After all, both Lord Milliardo and Lord Treize believe that this is the only way to bring about peace. And I feel the same as them. After all, that's the reason I've joined the White Fang under Milliardo. Ruling the world through fear. My brother can't truly think that's the only way. But peace is imperfect. Even so. After all, the things that you weren't able to accomplish with your ideals, Lord Milliardo has already accomplished. Do you know of the people who are trying to make use of the Federation for their own goals? That was something that should have been solved through careful talks and discussions. But that's impossible. After all, they were the ones who were twisting the laws in order to suit their own desires. In order to change that, there needed to be conflict. In other words, a war that destroys everything is the only way of bringing peace. Dorothy, you... Lady Relina, please wait here. The next time we meet shall be after this battle has ended. Wait, Dorothy! The peace that waits beyond this war. I suppose you shall know of it as well. Dorothy. Brother? Relina, How many years has it been since I've met you face to face like this? Ruling over people with an enormous weapon. Aren't you embarrassed to take on to use the name of Peacecraft? Is that the only thing you wish to say? Brother! Humanity must change. This battle is something in order to advance them. The peace between the Federation and the White Fang. And then, thanks to the formation of the Super United Nations, this is no longer a simpler matter of the Federation of the Earth and Space. Humanity has almost reached the starting line of a new age. By dragging everything into chaos, you might be able to bring peace back to this world. Hold. But it won't be any sort of proper peace. And why do you say that? It's precisely because I'm Relina Peacecraft. You've gotten a lot stronger, Relina. However, that strength is soon to be unnecessary. You need merely stay as kind as you are. Is that hand that's gripping mine, the hand of my kind older brother Milliardo? Or is it the blood-stoked hand of Zex Marquise? Farewell, Relina. Wait, brother! Everything shall be decided soon. In the final fight between us and Zexus. Brother! Chapter 53. The Final Victor. Yay, super weapons! The Ptolemaios is out.
No, Karga. You're never going to go out unless you are force deploy.
So yes, we're steadily chipping through the people we have yet to deal with. Oh yeah, the double rise will probably be good here. I imagine it can smack the Epion pretty hard. At the very least.
Noma.
Kitten. Hi. Why don't you come up from behind there? Hi. Allow me to pick you up. Here is the Paloma. It has decided to show itself today. She's a good kitty. Well, all of our cats are good cats, but... Auto balancers. The auto balancers are functioning in fine form today. Okay, kitty.
Just debating who to take for the final one.
It is, as always, up to you.
Okay, Crow.
He is, after all, the protagonist. Hey, mouse. Do you want to come up and sit?
Alright, so this is the most complete location. Kitties.
Happy pair of kitties cleaning each other at our feet. That's nice enough.
No, I do want the turn A there.
Alright. Come up, kitties.
Alright, looks good.
Or are you just going to leave the room?
Actually deploying the Lancelot Frontier this time.
Come within range of Libra. Libra. Space Fortress bulge in its battleship Libra. Symbols of the power that's ruling over this world. Enemy squadrons are approaching! That's a lot of Tauruses, a lot of Aheads, Mercurius and F.L.E.I.J.As, and battleships. They've got quite the numbers. But it doesn't look like there are any mobile dolls. I'd been far happier fighting against those, though. I mean, they are strong. But if there's anyone piloting them, we could go as wild as we like. I think that's a dangerous idea. Lauren? Yes. It may feel better to fight against them, but if fights become filled with nothing but them, people forget the danger and pain of war. And a fight without each other without each other understanding the pain is nothing more than a game. So if that continues, humanity really will meet its end. The pain and sorrow of humans fighting each other. We can't run away from that. So that's why we've got to end this war. It's different than Schneizel who focused on efficiency. This fight is. It looks like Zero's realized it. But even so, we can't accept the way they're doing things. I know, Amuro. So that's why we've got to take them out quickly and put an end to this fight. Treize. To think that you'd create the world we wanted like this. Hero? That guy. Hey, oh come on. Is he trying to go off and rescue Relina? We'll leave watching over him to you, Duo. After all, that's your job, isn't it? You're the one who knew what he was planning, right? And stayed silent this whole time. Guess I got no choice. Since it's come to this, guess I'll have to back him up. Understood. Hero, Relina should be inside a fortress. I'm sending you the data on the locations of the docks. Leave destroying the Libra to us. You go save Relina. Mission confirmed. Hero Yui, so you really are here. A straightforward passion. I wish I could fight against him once more. I'm sorry, Mr. Bushido, but please wait a while. Understood. After all, you wound up picking me up when I had nowhere left to go. All army, commence assault! The soldiers of the Super United Nations who've been throwing this world into chaos. We shall strike them down! So they don't have any arc sabers here? So this is a duel of people from this world, huh? I guess they figured there's no need to get involved. That prince. Looks like he's only planning to give the minimum help. Your Highness. All units, destroy the Libra while backing Hero up! Wait for me, Relina. Destroy the Libra. Okay, don't let Hero die, don't let a battleship die. After getting Hero to the designated point, destroy all enemies, and finally the Libra.
Okay.
Do this all within 4 turns.
Okay, that's specific, but should be doable. Man, the DX gets a buff in Z3 too.
Yeah. It is much better. Its satellite cannon is crazy dangerous.
Is it in Z3-1?
No, it is not. Nor is the turn A.
So you saw the stupidity of it, right?
It comes with a charge fully loaded. It only takes 2 turns to charge. It takes 3 turns to charge, 2 if you're on a...
No. It takes 1 turn to charge.
Yeah, 2 turns to charge, and then 1 if you've got it aced.
No. It's 1 turn to charge if you're on the moon. After stage 33, it's 1 charge. It's 1 turn to charge, no matter what. It has no restriction.
Fun.
You can use the satellite cannon no matter what.
Yeah.
That would make it a lot better.
Yep.
I mean, really, that's just
Good
borderline
kitty.
broken.
Oh, I don't know about that. After all, it does chew through a bunch of energy as well.
Hence why I said borderline. Punch. Rocket punch was indeed strong enough.
I'm starting to wonder if I can tuck you into the pouch of my hoodie here.
You could. However, she's playful right now.
Yes, what I'm saying is I'm wondering if she would be accepting it. Also, there's the fact that I don't have the liner in here.
So she's miffed at both of us right now.
Why?
She was climbing up and chewing my fingers, and she was going to chew your fingers if you had not retracted them slightly as fast as you did.
Of course.
It's because she wants attention,
Yes, and I'm giving it to her.
but we both were busy. Oh, come on. Gotta love when your prediction's just slightly off.
Yep. Always fun. Good little kitten.
The god Sigma sometimes doesn't even need its barrier.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It's just a tank.
You haven't even seen what's on the Lancelot Frontier, have you?
Hmm?
You haven't seen, what it has. Yeah.
Sword, shield, energy
I
restore.
was talking about the attacks, but... Yeah, it's got Slash Harkins, Varus, MVS, and Varus full power. Okay.
Accelerate.
Fist. Iron Fist of Love.
No, because they don't have love yet.
Wasn't that the stereotypical line that goes along with Iron Fist? Receive the Iron Fist of Love! Or
You're
something.
very dead.
Goodbye, Taurus.
You shall not be missed.
Oh, now now both the siblings are level 9. Of level 9 ESP. Yeah, I'm just amazed in the original Z at the number of new type-esque skills there are that buff, hit avoid rates. You've got Oversense, you've got 2 types of new type, you've got cyber new types and extendeds, you've got the lifting technique from Urika 7, you've got ESP. There's just so many. And although the lifting techniques from Urika 7 are far lower power than the new types, they also have innate afterimage effect. So,
I thought it was just after image.
no, it does indeed grant a bonus to hit or evade and crit. I don't remember which. Between hit and evade. Yeah, it grants a bonus to one of those, and it grants a bonus to crit, and it grants you innate afterimage based on it. I know that at level 5 it's a 20% afterimage, which is not bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not amazing, but it's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah. A 1 in 5 chance of dodging absolutely every attack. For a unit that's, But of course the most broken part of that is the Gecko Go. Because, a battleship with innate afterimage. How crazy is that?
I should put the Hyperjammer on the Macross Corridor.
We've got a big problem, Miss Noriega. This battle's being broadcast to the entire world. What? The entire world was supposed to be manipulated by Veta, wasn't it? So, are the Innovators the ones broadcasting this? And even if it's someone else's effort, the Innovators are trying to stop it. After all, they're those guys who are looking down on us from high, aren't they? Just look at how foolish you humans are. Or something like that. It's probably what they're thinking. No. The Innovators aren't the ones who are broadcasting this battle.
Ribbons, I'm certain you won't stop this battle. After all, you've been looking down on humanity, haven't you? But that's how you'll learn just how powerful the possibility that humanity holds is. What do we do as Sumeragi? We'll continue the mission. No matter who may be watching us, we need to continue this fight. So the innovators truly don't intend to stop this battle. It's them, after all. I'm certain they're just laughing at us and thinking how foolish those humans are. After all, just a little bit ago, we received a message from them over the Libra. We pray for both sides, they said. If that's how it is, we can fight with full force. After all, Ribbons can't even begin to imagine the stupidity that letting this happens. Yeah, she can't attack.
I know.
I guess I'll give up on this time. Spin saucer. The Denku Cannon formation. Final Denkuger activated.
Unlike the Denkuger Nova, the final Denkuger is a lot harder to determine what you should sink points into.
Yep. Mugen Punch.
Seems like overkill, but might as well kill.
Beam Saber.
Vulcan.
Yep, machine cannons. Because it doesn't have Vulcans.
It's like the G Gundam.
It's got just shoulder cannons rather than chest-mounted. No. It's got chest-mounted cannons rather than head-mounted ones.
Okay, yeah, that's more than enough to take down Tauros.
Final Denku Cannon.
I've got a resupplier around.
Another Final Denku Cannon.
It wouldn't be final Denku Cannon. Would it?
No.
No.
Well, actually...
I mean, you could go ahead and do it, actually.
Sure, go ahead. You'll regen plenty of energy.
You regen 120 per turn, so...
Why don't you go ahead and scan Libra at the start of the next turn?
I probably will wind up doing so.
After all, I'm interested to see what it looks like. What its attacks are. Stop the maximum output.
Go for the one below maximum output.
And not
And
Stone or
don't
Sunshine.
Stone or Sunshine.
Just forehead getter beam.
Did open get occur there?
No, it can't.
Oh, I stuck the Hyper Jammer on it.
Yes, remember, it's only the Getter 2 that has Getter Vision. Which seems kind of wrong to me, but hey, I guess they needed some excuse to force you to use Hayato.
I feel like in A, they all had it. And that was part of what made the Getter so awesome. Even if it doesn't dodge, there's a chance it dodges.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I need to get Hero to there.
Mm-hmm.
Within the next 3 turns. That's doable.
Or at least it should be. Yeah. The Libra battleship.
Zax, your Zax.
Prevail level 8.
3L.
Has counterattack formation or something like that, and then main cannon map attack. Fun.
They really don't want you to be able to cheese bosses.
He's got Prevail level 8.
Nope, you don't.
Doesn't have.
Accelerate.
Sadly.
Hey. However, love.
Love acquired.
Only one skill left to acquire on him.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Awakening.
Nah. I'm just mildly curious here, so I'm currently looking at Super Robot Wars W to see what sorts of estrays you get in it.
Well, I know you get the red.
Yeah. The blue frame shows up as the Estray blue frame and Estray blue frame full weapons, at least as NPCs in Chapter 29 and 30.
I would assume you will not get green.
You get the red frame, which later unlocks the photoelectric sphere attack.
I believe that's the not shining finger.
Also, apparently, what happens is different on your first and second playthrough.
Okay.
Chapter 32 has different... is just entirely different depending on whether it's your first playthrough or not. So, Stray gets upgraded with photoelectric sphere and Gerbera straight. Different times.
And Suzaku's aced.
Yep, Curse of Gias is always activated.
Which is not technically accurate.
Yeah, but mostly. Stray red frame unlocks flight unit.
For all intents and purposes, that is accurate.
A stray can acquire the red. A stray red frame can acquire the power loader part.
Oh god, the power loader.
Yes,
You know what the power
power
loader
loader
is,
frame.
right?
The Estray blue frame second L shows up as a temporary ally.
That's the one with the exceptionally large shoulders. With the 50-meter Gerbera straight.
Yeah. Okay, you can get the Tolkies 3. There are multiple bits telling you to shoot down the Estray gold frame Matsumina. No, just Amatsu. Gold frame Amatsu.
It'd be cool to get the Amatsumina.
And you do, in fact, get the Estray blue frame second L as an actual character.
Actually using the Lancelot. C2 attacking.
This isn't bad at times. Her custom pink Lancelot. I have to wonder.
Why not green?
I was going to say, is it pink because she requested it to be pink? Or is it pink because Lloyd just thought, it's for a girl. Girls like pink, right?
It's Lloyd, so any
So
option
it could be either.
is a possibility. Do that. Well,
Say blue flame can get a sniper pack. Stray can acquire the powered red, and blue can get the Lohengrin launcher. Oh, fun.
what?
Just that the blue frame can get a Lohengrin launcher. You know why that's a dangerous thing to hear, right?
Not really.
Lohengrin is the main cannons the Archangel has.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
Battleship main cannons. It's the one where they're like, yeah, we are not firing this on Earth because we're going to destroy the atmosphere around us and terribly pollute it if we fire this.
There we go. Now the Macross has hot blood.
How nice. Macross Ketman.
Also, these hit chances are shockingly good.
Well, I mean, I'm not entirely certain that the enemy intends to survive this, amongst other things.
Baldio,
Oh, hey, you can get a sword calamity. Interesting. Powered red strike attack. Chanisik Gao Gaigar.
Seriously though, in Alpha, who is supposed to be able to get that?
Get what?
The Star Gal Gaigar. How are you supposed to get that without a guide?
You aren't, and that's probably one of the things they relied on to drive sales of guides.
Because, if I haven't mentioned it on stream, in Alpha 3, to get the Star Gal Gaigar, you have to raise Gai Shishio's terrain ratings to S in everything. I have never raised anyone's terrain rating. Ever.
I did so here preparing for the final fight of Z3, but that's because I knew people were going to be in space, and it's the final battle. If I'm, upgrading things,
Yeah, that is
and one of the two
understandable.
already has an S, why not go ahead and just buff the other one to S so it's fully an S?
Yeah, that's
That was my
understandable.
But otherwise,
Generally
no, I do not
speaking-
buff people's terrain ratings up.
I can think of one character in this game that it might be worth it for.
Who?
God Sigma's pilot.
Because he has the S in everything but space?
And so of course, the thing you pick is the S in space.
Yeah.
As a full upgrade bonus.
Yeah. I can see that. However, I believe that the final stage of this game, the final two stages of this game will be on land. At least for this route.
Accelerate. Focus.
So you can get some interesting... Yeah, you could get some interesting characters.
Alright, since I can't go any further than this.
And I do appreciate the fact that you have both. That you get all of these stray frames.
Oh, this guy's still here.
Yes. Goodman, the idiot.
I was gonna say, is he an idiot or is he just... No, he's an idiot.
I mean,
And he's not endearing like Patrick Colasaur.
probably not. Oh. Okay. Okay. That's a weird secret.
What?
So, look at the secrets for double. Red frame, ultimate attack, finisher, red strike. Have low defeat the regenerate Gundam in powered mode. The red frame has to be powered mode, not flight mode or loader mode in order to get this. I was like, okay. But, a really huge one. Genichiro Tsukiyomi and Alstra Mary, Nagari Akatsuki and Uski 2, Akatsuki Idai Tetsujin, and 200,000 cash. All of those are a single secret. On stage 24 of the game, defeat the Kagurazuki, whoever or whatever that is.
Okay.
You will then gain...
No dialogue.
I'm fighting in order to put an end to this hero! Intercept cannons. And A bunch of mobile dolls. Oh my.
It had a 15% hit chance.
Zex, I thought we'd already understood each other's skills here. Target, Zex Marquise. Commencing attack.
So, as you were saying,
So, by defeating the Kagurazuki, whoever, whatever that is, you get 3 characters with units and 200,000 cash after completing stage 46.
I'm gonna say I'm really not sure how much that is, but it sounds like
How
a
about
lot.
it sounds like a lot? Mazinger Z is a secret.
Mazinger, is it Mazinger Z powered? Or is it because you have Mazin Emperor? And
Let's see. Okay.
alright, really, that looks probably about to occur.
Yeah.
So the answer is because you basically have the Mazen Kaiser most of the game, it seems. Going to
Yeah.
focus? Just wait for me, Erlina. Wing Zero has entered Bulge. Continue advancing. Focus your attacks on Bulge. We're counting on you, hero.
And he's just gone.
Mass-produced Bontagoons.
Truly, what better unit could there be? Get rid of all 3 of these.
Hopefully.
No, this will get rid of them. There we go.
Okay, so I'm guessing that given that the Mazinger Z is a secret, anyone else can get in the Mazinger.
Ah! Something like this is impossible!
Gold emblem acquired. You've acquired over 20 million money or something like that. 200 million? I don't know. But yeah, you got a gold M which doubles money received.
I should have used... I forgot to cast, Luck there.
No, trust me, you're going to need it for more stuff.
Oh yeah, I know, but...
Wait, you weren't able to use the Moonlight Butterfly?
No. It's range 1 to 2.
Oh. I see, you didn't increase its range.
What did I do then?
Probably increased his movement. So they were able to use the Moonlight Butterfly more.
Yeah.
Yeah, range up.
Which is understandable. Because the map version is better.
Okay.
The map version is far better.
Yeah, but it's not great against, you know, a single target.
Could you snap screwing up controller?
Yeah, there's one thing about double that I find very, very strange.
Only one? Dialogue
There are
incoming?
many, but-
No. Neither he nor Char.
So, the thing is, Double is split into 2 parts. Everything up to chapter 27, and then what comes after 27. From 27 to 55. And the thing is, none of the seed stuff happens until part 2.
Yeah, but you get the seed units early.
No, you do not.
I thought that was what I read.
So, F.L.E.I.J.A shows up early. He shows up as a temporary ally in his Mobius Zero in stages 3 and 10.
And you have to get, like, 20 kills on him,
If you can get 10 kills on him within those 2 stages, he'll come back with a special option parts for the strike when you get him later in the game. But, yeah. F.L.E.I.J.A. And almost immediately, you do get, characters from Seed. A stray, that is. Guy shows up as an ally in chapter 28 and 29. Mu shows up as an ally in chapter 28. And you get the Astray Red Frame and the Astray's Battleship in 29. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Alright, he's been boosted by Try again. Oh, that actually hit. This thing is a tank.
Well, of course it is.
Size 3L.
The other important thing to remember is you're going to have to fight both the Tall Goose and the Epion afterwards.
Controls.
Just barely.
Being able to use this every 2
His power
turns.
sealed off the future once before.
Oh, Jamil.
But now, it will protect the future! Twin satellite cannon! Fire!
I don't think I've ever noticed that before, but it's even got reflector plates on its legs there, it looks like.
Ah, no, those are not reflector plates.
Heat sinks?
Yep.
If the engine's still right, we can keep fighting!
That is a radiate. Those are radiator fins.
Well done, Jamil Neat. He's gonna die if he gets hit.
No, he should survive.
Does he not have instinct?
He does have instinct. I don't want to use it.
And you don't want to use hot blood either?
No, not particularly.
Okay.
Chirico, your SP pool.
You think it's stupid large?
He has 160 SP. I have not increased his SP at all.
Oop.
You will die if you tank that.
You very much will. Because Chirico, you know, is Chirico. Oh, moo. Yes. Another fun news about Double, you get Gao Gaigar in Chapter 5.
Not just Gai Shishio?
Yes, you get Gao Gaigar. The actual Gao Gaigar.
Need to get back to watching that as well.
Also in interesting news, it appears to have both Nadisco and Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, it would. Because time skip.
Yeah. And yet, it seems to have endless waltz.
Yeah.
Just why?
Why? What do you mean, why?
If you're doing a time skip game, why do only endless waltz?
Because they didn't want to bother. They've already got so many other things.
It still just seems wrong to me.
Do you want the edge of OG Hero Yui? No, actually just Hero Yui and Prince of Darkness Nadisco.
No.
Prince of Darkness Akito. Because gotta
Good
love
boy, Libra.
what caused Akito to snap. Right?
Lots of bad stuff.
No, you know the thing that actually caused him to snap.
The loss of sense of taste?
Yep. Not Yurika, but his loss of sense of taste.
Prince of Darkness is bad. Everyone leave! Everyone retreat! If possible, escape from Libra. Let's see. As of this appointed time, we'll mount a final offensive. Everyone, trust your lives to me. Sorrow, rage, anger, sorrow, love, and destiny. The time when humanity must gather itself is near. Inside bulge. Hero? I've taken care of all the guards. Why are you here? Before the final battle, I wanted to see your face. Hero. I can't understand what my brother or Treize are thinking. There needing to be blood spilled in order to bring about peace is something that only the strong can think about. But those two are fighting with the resolve to shed even their own blood. And so I don't intend to stop that battle. But if that's so, then confirm the way they feel with your own eyes. I'll defeat Zexa and Trace. That will end the war. And so long as you survive, peace will come again. That's what we, that's the only thing that those of us who fight can do in order to protect peace. Hero, I swore I would protect you. In order to protect both you and this world, all I can do is fight. No, that's no good, Hero. Do you intend to die? Trust in me. Hero, I'll trust you. Hero Yui, leave Lady Relina to me. Lady Anne? Do you know everything? I've heard everything from Sir Treize. Understood. I'll leave her to you. Hero, you really... Don't worry, Relina. Lives are cheap. Especially mine. Hero! Farewell, Relina. Hero! Did you rescue the girl? I left her with someone I can trust. All that's left is to focus on the fight. Be careful. Well, Libra's power engines are still active. That's right. Libra isn't dead yet! Carnes? The guy who made the White Fang?
Even if the Libra can't fight, there's still something we could do with it. Yes, we can drop it on the Earth! The idiot. If something that size falls at the Earth, there'll be unimaginable damages. If it's come to this, the entire world will be destroyed without caring about the Federation or United Nations. The entire world will have to focus on the colonies. Even though the Earth and colonies were finally able to get back to peace thanks to Treize and Milliardo, what the hell are you thinking? In order to awaken the hearts of those pathetic Earthlings, at least this much of a shock is required. What you're saying isn't wrong. Dr. J? No. The Earth. No. Giving a shock to all humanity. It is what Zex was trying to do as well. By utilizing an overwhelming power, it would awaken the fear in people's hearts and their desire towards peace. Treize was the same. At the same time, he knew the folly of a war that does not involve bloodshed. That is, after all, what people need to respect and fear about war the most. I knew it. So that is what it was. So that's why the two of them fired on the Damocles and destroyed it with... allowed the Damocles to rebuild and destroyed it with an even greater power. Power only gives way to an even stronger power. That folly. They intended to show that foolishness to the entire world. After all, that's why we all lend a hand to constructing this Libra. And of course, why we made it so that the main cannon can't fire consecutively. That was something you deliberately put in there? War is something that is started by people's hands and must be ended with their hands as well. That is what this war was for. But before that can happen, I'll drop this on the Earth! Do you still not understand how pointless it is to try and do something like that? A new power's already started to bloom. There's no need for us to make our entrance. Those fools on the Earth must pay for their sins! You idiot. After all, that sort of pointless rages and grudges should die along with our generation, don't you think? Dr. J. Ah, well. I guess the only reason that we're able to think like this is probably because that Gundam known as Zero was able to show us the future. The Wing Zero isn't just that. Celestial Beings 00 as well. What? The Wing Zero was a part of Yolia's plan. Well then, let's leave the rest of the youngsters and go ahead and disappear. Hero, and such an F.L.E.I.J.A. This is our thanks for showing us something so amusing. Wait. Hero, the rest is up to you to decide. After all, I hope you don't do something stupid like us and blow yourself up anymore. Stop it! Well then. And when we get to the next life, I ought to tell that old alien guy at least one complaint. But I bet he'll be pretty happy that the future he envisioned is coming to pass. Those idiots! They exploded his central engines? I guess that's their own way of putting an end to things. But don't say anything, Quattro. There are other things for those of us left behind to do. But Mr. Treize and King Peacecraft... I refuse to accept them. Wu-Fei. How many people do you think have died thanks to them? What reason is there to a peace found at the end of all those sacrifices? I refuse to allow them to continue. And that is exactly why, Wu-Fei. So you've come, Treize? Yep, Yon. Zex is here too? And that man, Mr. Bushido? If you wish to laugh at me for surviving, then go ahead and laugh. But in order to be reborn, I must put an end to this myself. So here I shall have a fight that has transcended love and revenge. Zexus, Here, let us put an end to this fight. This isn't a simple matter of the Federation and United Nations anymore. We're humans versus humans. It's a battle of our wills. Mr. Treize, why do you keep fighting? We heard about your will from the professors of the colonies. And do you think that we'd stop with just that? I don't think you'd do that. After all, you won't even want to. Exactly right. With your loss, we shall prove to humanity the folly of war. You... If you wish to laugh at us, then go right ahead. But right now, this is what humanity needs to see. What on earth are you thinking, disguising your fight with foolish words like that? Why? But if you think that, then couldn't you have found a different way? You should have been able to do that, right? You should have been able to bring peace without this pointless bloodshed. Cease your foolishness. After all, this is the limits of what Treize and I can do. That's right. We're just fools who can't even refute what you're saying. And if you think you can't entrust the fate of the world to fools like that, then take us down, Zexus! Just once. Buffet? Just this once. Things will go as you've planned. We'll fight you! You have our thanks. Treize and Milliardo Peacecraft. Our enemies are anyone who would start battles. We'll clear them up. Do you think that will bring peace back, hero? The person who's supposed to bring peace isn't us. I'll defeat any of Relina's enemies. Is that what Zero showed you? No. That's the future that you desire. However... I'll fight for the sake of the future that I desire! Come at us, Zexus. Humanity's history is a history of conflict. We'll put an end to it here! With our victory! Treize! Zex! We will kill you. Defeat the Tallgeese 2 and the Gundam Epion.
Unfortunately, my favorite line probably requires the Ultron to fight
Probably.
Treize.
Probably. And we don't have the Ultron out.
I, in fact, have not upgraded the Ultron at all. Therefore, the Ultron is at 0%.
Kitten. Squeaky. Little squeaky kitten. Come up here. Yes. We shall see. The most important line of Treize Kushrnada. How many people do you think have died? And for those who do not know, Treize Kushrnada is able to give an exact number to how many people have died because of him here.
It's a lot higher in this than it is in the series.
Yes, it's something like 990,852. Commander Treize, if you're going to start a war, then we'll be the ones to stop it! I've been waiting for this shin. Ever since I first entrusted you with power, I've been waiting for this time to come. Huh? I love the fact that your heart hates war so much. You are exactly the sort of warrior I'd longed for. My battle is something that I've decided. I won't let things go as you think. You don't understand anything about me. I'll fight you of my own will here.
Bloodstained eyes.
Yep. He of the bloodstained eyes. I love the fact that he just drags the beam across. The Tallgeese 2 is not the best, but it's one heck of a lot better than the Tallgeese 1 in my opinion.
It has a helmet rather than just a mask hiding its Leoness.
but it is, of course, no match for the Tallgeese Flugel or Tallgeese 3.
And
Flugel is the
Tallgeese-
best.
The Flugel is just the Tallgeese one with the wings. And a couple of extra bits.
Before you do finish off Treize, at least check what all the Tallgeese 2 can do. Looks like its double gun's been upgraded to a beam weapon, rather than a solid weapon.
Wasn't it always a beam weapon?
I thought the double gun was a solid weapon originally. Prevail level 8. Energy save, ultimate guard. Ignore size, will up. Ignore debuffs, command level 4. His top skill is bless. His bottom skill is love.
I was going to say, is love one of his skills?
Tackle, double gun, beam saber.
So the Monster Row is a complete afterthought.
Oh yeah, I mean, as you said, he's just someone who got picked up. He's going to use Transam.
It's probably a new Trans Am as well, thanks to his getting an additional sword.
Oh, we'll see.
He's claimed.
No, you don't understand that, do you?
Considering it's Graham Anchor, I figured it was probably literal.
No, he's talking about his suit as his sword. It's, you know, constantly being upgraded and refurbished and such.
Still don't know if I've actually seen this one. It has
2 physical blades. Yeah, you haven't noticed it's used physical blades?
sandals.
Oh. Okay.
It has like straw sandals.
Well, isn't that befitting Mr. Bushido?
It's that I just noticed that.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Hi, Connie.
It's that it's very
You're asking
fitting.
for attention. I must respond.
I'm just slightly surprised I hadn't noticed it prior. Why do you not have accelerate?
I was going to say you could check the max distance. You could just use everything post-movement and smack something with a reaction round.
Alright, yes, that's this one, right?
Yeah. Go as far as you can. And you ought to be able to hit him with a reactionary weapon. Alright, Epion. Thanks.
Because the Epion is going to be the biggest pain.
Probably. Thanks to the Epion system.
At max will.
So just launch some nukes at him.
No, these aren't nukes.
Yes, they're basically nukes.
They're better nukes. They don't destroy the environment. Well, I mean, they destroy the environment, but they won't cause nuclear winter.
An attack from outside of my range? Yep. He has Gundenium armor. Prevail level 8. Guard. See-through. Dash. Counter level 8. Ignore size. Attack again.
150 will.
Spare GN drive. You want to take him down. Nothing.
Nothing.
So you want to be sure to kill Mr. Bushido.
Yeah, I was planning on it prior. Let's see if it's a kill.
Oh, I'm fairly certain it will.
No, I'm not.
Just barely not. And now you don't have anyone you can get over there. Unless... That one. That one.
I was debating between it and Awakening. Should be able to get rid of that at least.
Hey, Connie. Little Coney-tail girl. How are you doing? Yes, here's the cat the cat who we rarely show on camera is here at my feet.
The reason we rarely show her on camera is she doesn't like showing up on camera.
She does not like being picked up and she freaks out, and you did not cast... Did you see the hit rates?
Yeah. 100%.
No.
The second one is.
No.
98%.
78 and 98.
98 is close enough. There's no reason to waste focus on that. Besides, this kills.
Less shooting. Because why not? Farewell, Grandmaker. We'll see you again next game. As Grandmaker. Spare GN drive acquired. It's almost as if my soul is being purified. Farewell, Gundam. And farewell, my mask.
Mr. Bushido is dead.
Along with his Bushido. He found his Bushido along with his death. In order to survive, he threw away his life. How splendid, Mr. Bushido. Survive. And you fight on as well, so you can live on.
Because of course Grandmaker won't die there. But Mr. Bushido has died.
Thankfully. We don't have to deal with his antics anymore.
Yeah, he's not, the worst guy ever. There are far, far worse enemies we could run into. But I mean, we'll see. Cat, don't be all growly over there.
That wasn't growly.
I thought I heard a growl.
Nah, I won't waste that.
No. We almost lost our stream there thanks to a cat climbing on top of the computer and almost pressing the power button with a paw. That would have been one heck of a way to end a stream.
And now she is shaking the TV by smacking it with her tail.
Kitties are kitties. At the very least, defeating the Epion and the Tall Goose should be enough to finish this.
That is the win condition, after all. Tall Goose. No one calls it the Tall Geese.
At least if it's the normal. Tall Geese 2, Tall Geese 3, Tall Geese Flugel, sure.
A flock of Tall Goose.
I leave this to you.
Hero dies, stage end, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just defend.
Beam Sword maximum output.
Zex. Hero. Allow me to give you at least one word of thanks here. It's about Relina, don't worry. That's something I did on my own. With this, I have no regrets left. We'll put an end to this fight, Hero. The battle between you and I. For the sake of the future! Very well, Zex. I shall take you on. Target confirmed. Attack target, Zex Marquise.
I love the Epion, and I wish
I'm fighting in order to put an end to this, Hero!
a sword large enough to split a colony in half.
Is there a reason you never bought an Epion MG? Because there is one.
Money. Just money.
Just money. Yeah, good enough.
Today, everything will end and everything will begin again.
Do not step on the computer.
Prepare yourself!
Treize Kushnada.
Connie. Would you want to come to this side of the screen? Maybe walk in front of the camera?
Shin and the Destiny. which always looks kind of like it's crying to me. I don't know if that's what the red lines are supposed to be, but I see it as crying.
The tall geese also has those red lines, if you didn't notice.
This tall geese. It's only the tall geese too. With its crest of blades. Watch over me until the end, Lady Anne.
Do not go on top of the computer.
So who will finish things?
Well, I know what I want to do for that one.
Kitty is going around the computer. Good cat.
And here as well.
Have Lieutenant Quattro be the one to put an end to Treize.
It seems appropriate.
From the man who swore he would never do that. He swore he would never become that man. Treize. Since we've come this far, words are no longer necessary, my friend Quattro Pagina. Someday in the future, when you come to take on your true name again, just try and remember me. Understood, Treize. However, as I am now, I am still Quattro Pagina. And what I need to do now is stop you and Zex.
The question is, will he ever take on his true name again?
Who knows?
Because, I mean, he really sucks at making aliases.
But how about, really... I think at this point, by rules of true names and, like, Char Aznable is his true name.
Casvalrem Dekun.
Yes, he may have been born Casvalrem Dekun.
Char Aznable.
Milliardo, looks like I'm leaving ahead of you.
What was his second name?
See. A long time ago, there was an age where a single... See. A long time ago, there was an age with a single button press, as all wars could have been put to an end. Treize? The perfected form of that sorrowful mentality is this heartless weapon, Libra. The mobile dolls were also like that? If the humanity is lost from war, both victory and defeat will lose all meaning. After all, neither of them are fit to be offered up to the gods. How foolish can you be? For what reason have you been spreading these... Is that the reason you've been spreading these battles and killing so many people? Hello, people out there.
Hello.
Let's see. You're a person who... Are you the sort of person who just looks down on others? All you're doing is fighting for the sake of your ego. How many people do you think have died for you? What? Do you truly wish to know? Up until yesterday, the number is 999,822 people. What? To all the people who have died because of me, all I can do is express words of my regret. However, at the very least, I wish for you to know this. Their deaths were not in vain. You! Wu Fei, my eternal friend, and Zexus, my fight against you is my greatest pride. That's... Who would accept something like that? Quattro Pagina, if it's you,
I'm certain that you'll be able to find a better path to take. Treize, Milliardo, may we meet again. Treize. Damn it! Damn him! Treize, to think that you would leave ahead of me. Sleep in peace, my friend. I shall take care of all the rest. Farewell, Treize Kushernada. And with that, one battle has come to an end.
Just for the armor down.
Zex. It appears as though words are no longer necessary. So you really do understand me. And that's exactly why I have to stop you. In order to prevent this war from spreading any further. If that's the case, then it's a battle between the two of us as simple warriors. I challenge you, Quattro Pagina.
Counter.
Yep. Yes, Japanese is not the easiest language to translate, but at the very least, everything here is far better than when I was dealing with F.L.E.I.J.'s absolute gibberish yesterday.
I'm pretty sure this won't kill.
It shouldn't.
It
Even if it's
has
a crit.
soul.
Yes. And even if it's a crit, I don't think it will.
This one I will.
Commander Zex. I believed in you. We fought alongside you in the past. And that is all in the past, Shin. The person here before you who's been spreading wars throughout this world is the true me. You're just trying to... You've got to be lying. If you think that, then feel free to face me. After all, isn't striking down anyone who would spread wars your mission? I can't take this anymore. Commander Zex, you're our enemy! Because Shin was a part of Oz for a while. Just like most of the other Gundam pilots from Zuth.
However, the only appropriate person to take him down
Is Hero.
is Hero.
Because Hero Yui. I love the fact that the Destiny's weapons, back-mounted weapons, are folding. It's just such a nice touch.
I was just about to say, they don't add any UC Gundams in the Z series, do they? And then I remembered Unicorn,
Yes, in Z3.
when the worlds have merged fully.
To be able to push me this far. But I cannot afford to lose. So you're the most terrifying foe in this universe has come before me.
I'm guessing that's probably just a general line against Gundams. Because Gundams... there are lots of them and they are all very scary.
See if I'd let you hit me.
I think a soul-fueled hit ought to do it, but gonna buff him? No, it probably won't work. You can Diamond Explosion. Retransform. Third option.
Forgot, these aren't post-movement.
Have you cast Hot Blood?
No.
Hot Blood.
Question is which... Yeah, Soul should override Hot Blood.
Yes, Soul will override Hot Blood.
But not fully, actually.
But if you hit twice... which you can't.
But why would he be able to hit twice?
Because you have hit again. You have attack again. My point is, if you were able to hit twice, the first hit would have Soul, the second would have Hot Blood.
He doesn't have it.
I thought you did. No, as in the attack and then support attack with yourself.
No. I never put that on Hero Yui.
Why not? Because he gets massive...
Because-
he gets a massive skill buff.
That's because
Anyways.
he's primarily math attack for me.
In Zero's predictions, you don't have a future anymore. Target, Zex Marquise. Commencing attack. Is this my destiny? Mission complete. As off he goes. Farewell, Zex Marquise.
Fly off towards other enemies.
Gundanium armor acquired.
That's the first one as well.
Not yet. I still have to see the end of this fight. Zex. You're the same as Treize. Treize. Let's see. Remember? In order to try and protect the weak, you've thrown away everything. However, what you've done won't protect the weak. Those who created the weak are the strong. The strong people on Earth are wound up creating... The existence of strong people on Earth is what wound up creating the weakness of the colonies, and pushing them this far. I hated the weak. See? They lived in a sort of position where it wouldn't be strange if they were killed off any day. Without being able to trust anyone, without being able to say a single thing. I couldn't forgive people like that. That's something that's only permitted of the strong. Zex. Someone strong like that doesn't exist anywhere. All of humanity is weak. Both you and I are weak as well! I refuse to accept that I am weak. Let's see. The relics of the past that created the animosity between the colonies and Earth have already been destroyed. Any more conflict between us is pointless. Even so, this is the destiny I've been given. There's no way I can run away from these sins at this point. We'll put an end to this dual hero. I can see the future. Why did you avoid my cockpit? 'Cause Relina would cry. What is necessary for peace? That is, a strong heart that can understand others. Zex. That's right. It's people like you that will create true peace. Hero, you are far too pure, and far too kind. However, if you weren't like that, you wouldn't have any right to continue living here. If that's the case, then I'll be sure to survive. You, as a warrior who's far stricter than any else. Zex, we shall meet again, hero. Zex. I can't afford to die either. Treize. Zex. With the fact that the United Earth Federation's representative and Supreme Commander following this battle should end. Treize. Zex. You both became glorious losers. But even so, I won't accept what you've done. This is Special Commander Lady Anne of the United Earth Federation military. Yeah. Speaking to all of Zexus. Lady Anne? I heard that she disappeared from the political scene. Let's see. With the death of the leader, Treize Kushernada, the Federation military is ceasing all attacks against you. We've already evacuated everyone from the fortress. So everything's gone as Treize predicted. And to everyone out there in the world who has watched this battle, I have confirmed that the representative of the Federation, Milliardo Peacecraft, has died in battle. Lady Anne. Now that we have lost an absolute ruler, the Earth Federation's political system will automatically begin to move towards... Come on. will automatically begin to move towards being a federated republic. To all members out there, as a part of the new federation, please begin deciding on your representatives you will send. This is not a coup d'etat. Thanks to the fact that our masters have disappeared, the Federation government is beginning to crumble. And now at this point in time, the Earth and space, I send this out to all people. Based on this, we must repair this world. Throw away the guns we've pointed at each other for so long, continue advancing for the future, and take each other's hands. This is the 21st year of this united world. With this, may our history of war come to an end. To everyone out there who saw this battle, did you feel it? The sorrow of this battle? Can you see it? The peace that lies beyond it? This battle shall hopefully be the end of it all, and the beginning of a new peace. A new peace. All that's left now is for everyone to accept it in their own way. But I want to believe that everyone's been able to learn something from this sad battle. And if there are people who show up who don't understand it, isn't it obvious at that time? That's right. After all, well, it's the people who took down those rulers. It's our job to take responsibility for it. Mission confirmed. Target confirmed. Eliminating the history of war. Oz. With this, the symbol of the Federation's rule over the colonies. Bulge has fallen. Nicely done, hero. With this, the war will end. Transcending both the sorrow and the pain. Mission completion confirmed. Hero. Relina, my battle hasn't ended. Until peace returns to this world, I'll continue to fight. Federation battleship bridge. Brother. Lady Relina. With this, the main mission that Commander Treize entrusted to me has been completed. As you can see, here, even until the end, it looks as if he upheld your father's ideals. Let's put an end to this all, the revenge and the battles. And let us advance together, taking the hands of those who are left behind. Yes. Do you really think that'll be permitted? Dorothy. Humans have to fight. They fight and they fight. To on their own power, they keep on despairing. Humanity's souls must advance. If that doesn't happen, humanity, all humans will just die like my father. Dorothy. Dorothy Catalonia. I heard that your father died in the midst of the war. Yes, so I. Dorothy, you really are a kind person. Humanity can't survive with just kindness alone. However, if you weren't kind, if they weren't kind, there wouldn't be any meaning in humanity's existence, would there? Both Hero and Zexus, in order to protect that kindness, they've been putting their lives on the line and fighting. Lady Relina? It's more than enough, Dorothy. With this battle, I think they've learned the sorrow of war. No. Even since before the destruction incident, they've known it. But they weren't able to stop. And it isn't thanks to someone else's fault. And so now, with all the sacrifices that have been made, for the sakes of the people who were able to realize the foolishness of it all, we have to end these wars. With this, for the sake of the world from now on, please, lend me your aid. Yes. Brother, Commander Treize, and Hero, we won't stop advancing. The future that you created for us is something for all humanity to walk together. And so, for at least now, for a little bit, I'll stop and think of you. All that's left is the promise with that man. But I don't know what will wind up becoming of it. Zexus, in the end, we still have to rely on you. Back to the Forbidden Palace. Farewell, King Peacecraft. Sir Treize. Do you understand what they were trying to do, Sir Schneizel? I have at least a small idea. But somewhere in the depths of my heart, I thought it was just a fantasy. That somehow those lofty ideals of theirs would never reach the populace. No, brother. That's not true. After all, if they'd said it with merely words, it's highly likely it wouldn't have reached the people's hearts. However, they bet their lives on this. They dragged many soldiers into it. And this wasn't a fight that could ever be forgiven. However, that will of theirs has definitely reached many people's hearts. Cornelia. So even you've been trapped by that story they told. Brother. But I guess I'm the same. I think just now I've learned what it truly means to put your life on the line. With this, I think of it as a blessing for Zero. Lloyd, Cecil. So that's the reason that you wound up becoming his allies as well, isn't it? I wonder about that. We're more than prepared to receive punishment for it. However, you don't need to say anything. After all, well, what you desire is that we can all head towards a new world together. Big Brother Schneizel. Suppose it's only natural that I lost to Zero. After all, I didn't have the resolve he had to throw away absolutely everything. But you're different now, aren't you? Now that King Peacecraft and Commander Treize are gone, it's the responsibility of those who are left to give form to their wills. After all, well, if I'm not able to do that, there's no way I'll be able to call myself their friend when we meet again. Cornelia, Yuffie, Nunnally, will you help me out here? If you think that I'll be fine, then I'll gladly do so. Now that the Britannian Empire has crumbled, well, we have plenty we need to take responsibility for. Thank you. Now that I've thrown away my position as Prince, I'll carry out my mission as a special investigator. With this, I suppose I really have fallen to the depths that Zero has. Well then, Sir Schneizel. Oh, this is a bit quickly, but I'd like to ask for you to begin the talks between the Earth Federation and the Super United Nations. Thank you very much, Your Highness. I await finding out who will be the new representatives of the Federation. With this, the world that's been split in two will reunite again. And rather than being a false peace, it'll be the first step towards true peace. Brother, no, Zero. With this, the world you wanted is almost here. Thank you, Suzaku, Zero. Thank you, King Peacecraft, Commander Treize, and Zexus. Although I don't think there aren't many people who will know of what you've done. So at the very least, allow me to be the one to thank you. What is it, brother? But in order for this world to truly be peaceful, there are still a number of problems left. The innovators in Salam. I wonder what Treize intended to do about them. Excuse me. What's wrong, Mr. Guilford? Miss... Don't know that person's name. Oh, fun. We've just received word that the invaders have been sprouting on the moon. What? Cannon. Hurry to get in contact with Lady Yan and mobilize the Federation military. But thanks to that large-scale battle, there aren't many squadrons they can move. At this rate, if we leave them alone, the moon and the colonies, and even the Earth? Sexus. So we have to rely on them again? Okay. Did you feel that too, Go? Guy? Yeah! Goes. We've received signs we're inside the Shin Dragon. Then, we don't know at this point, but something's about to happen. I assume that those people know and are heading here as well. Those people? So,
Alright.
that's the end of that chapter. With that, we've taken out a good number of the threats to humanity, but there are still some major ones to go. And next chapter, we're gonna get a lot of stuff. Which is why we're only allowed to launch 20 people.
And we've got a ton of money now.
So, I hope you all have been enjoying this playthrough. I know that we've been enjoying this. We'll be putting up a poll here shortly on what you all want us to do after we finish this. If we want to go back to see the canon ending of this game, if we want to move on to Z3, maybe go back to the original Z, but maybe not do the original Z quite yet, as I'm working on playing all the way through that so we won't have to constantly reset in order to try and get Zoot points for the good ends. So, I hope you've all been enjoying this, and tomorrow we will be back here. Not tomorrow. Monday we will be back here again to find out what's happening with the invaders. As always, have a nice weekend.
See you.